This is the URT. You are the URT. Smash a like for the URT. Subscribe to the URT. Can you people hear me? Can you hear me? Big up the URT. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Big up people. Can you hear me? Can you hear us? I hope you're well. I hope we're well. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Live. Can you hear me, people? Big up the Irish pater, man. Big up the Irish pater, man. Yeah, you know what? My thumbnail guy is busy at the moment, bro. It's a different type of profile, it is. Say another great option. LB at Bruges, left back at Bruges. Yeah, Irish, you're always on top of it. Can you guys hear me? Can somebody write something in the comments? Well, what happened to Saeed? What happened to Saeed? What happened to Saeed? Can somebody tell me what happened to Saeed? Or are you just trolling? Let me just have a look. I've not checked X, man. 1 minute, people. There's some people, the chat are talking about Saeed. What happened to Saeed? Let me see. What was he stopped for lying? I just hear him saying astaghfirullah. What's happened? Somebody please explain to me what happened to Saeed. Oh, the calling! Yo, they did it to me. Do you not remember? They did it to me. I had to wait till about 4 o'clock in the morning. I did a show around 11 o'clock, maybe 10:30. And we had about 2 hour show. And I basically, somebody did it to me. Somebody did it to me. So I had to wait till the processing of YouTube. And what I did was I had to wait till the video process and then I had to edit that out. I had to edit it out. Oh, it was a call-in show. That is mad. That is mad. Ben, I hope you're having a good time, man. All I can hear is Saeed going, astaghfirullah, asking for forgiveness. Yeah. Somebody showed their backside a year ago would think you would be vetting system by now. Yeah, bro. Listen, if you not have a video, if I can't see your face, you're not coming on it, mate. You're not coming on, pal. Yeah, somebody did it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Somebody did it. I had to stay awake because it took the stream 2 hours or 2 and a bit hours. I was awake till about 4 o'clock. I had to edit it out. It was a call-in show. I had to edit it out. I've not seen the clip properly though. All I can see is Saeed doing astaghfirullah. But I've not actually seen the clip. That's all I can see, Saeed doing astaghfirullahs. But I can't see the clip. Oh, age restricted content might not be appropriate for everyone. Oh, so yeah, it got okay. Okay. That is crazy. I feel bad for Saeed, man. Love to Saeed. Love to Saeed, man. I hope he's all right. I hope. Yeah, he won't be doing a calling show. He won't be doing a calling show. I think he might move to the voice only. He might only do the voice thing. Yeah, no. Somebody did it to me, like I said. But luckily for me, it was a stream, and luckily nobody clipped it. So I waited 2 hours and then boom. But anyway, people, we need to get on with the show. We need to get on with the show. Ben, let me know if you're available. I hope you're having a good time. No problem if you're not. Yeah, and that's why I'm not having any calling shows. That's why I'm not. I just trust people like Nelson and the other brother the other day who was in Kenya. I trust some of the community, but it is a risk. It's a huge risk. Yeah, will do. Sending it now. But yeah, I thought something serious happened to Saeed, man. I hope he's all right. He'll be all right. Saeed will be all right. He's an adult, you know what I mean? He'll be all right. But it's just, hopefully people know that YouTube, that person needs to get banned in it. Because that's a bit too raw. People who are jealous, in it. Some people who are jealous. Yeah. Yeah, people are like that, people. People are like that. Like that. Yeah, man, them should be all right. That should be fine. Yeah, he'll be fine, man. He'll be fine. Yeah, he's gonna be fine, people. He's gonna be fine, man. I need to text him now. I'm gonna actually voice message him now. I'll just let you know. Keep your head up, man. Yo, Saeed. Yo, bro. I just seen it. I just seen the clip. Obviously, it can't be shown, but listen, get your head up, lad. This is what happened. Somebody did it to me. Remember, you were helping me out with it a couple of years ago when somebody did that to me. So keep your head up, lad. Sending love. Yeah, I'm gonna break him down. I'm gonna break him down. Trust me. I'm gonna break him down. You're getting that. That's what we're doing. That's what we do in this show. Any player United are linked to, we break it down, man. We break it down. Yeah. We break it down, man. We break it down. Well, break it down. But big up, people. Smash the like. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Saw the disclosure today. Saw disclosure day to No, I've not seen it. No, is it good? Is it worth seeing? Disclosure. Is it worth watching? I watched that Odyssey. I thought it was a pile of shite. Yeah. Just never nice because there are kids watching. Yeah. I hope he edited it out anyway. Saeed would have gone onto the thing now and edited it out. There are times when I need to stop swearing, but United kill me. I've tried many times to stop swearing, but it's just hard to stop, man. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to stop swearing, to be fair. Smash the likes, people. That's what you need to do. Smash the likes. Welcome to the show. We're talking about the young. Let me just take this off, man. Let me take this off. We're talking about the young striker, man. Nicolo. Tresoldi. Nicolo Tresoldi, that's what we're talking about. Yo, the Welbeck thing is gone, man. Manchester United are broke. Manchester United are broke, man, and I told people, Manchester United got broke billionaires. They're not signing players, so people need to stop getting giddy. Manchester United are looking for basement bargains, man. Bargains. Into Aldi at the end of the night, see what's going on in the shelves or little. That's what Manchester United are doing. They're going to Tesco and seeing what's the reduced. That's where Manchester United are. And I told you these lot don't know what they're doing. So until they prove me right, I'm going to keep saying it. Big up, Nura. I hope you're well. Yeah, I hope we're well, man. Big up to every one of you. But please, can we get to 100 likes ASAP? 60 likes ASAP. Let's do that. Young striker Manchester United are linked with. I can get you his profile so you know what we're talking about here. He's a young player, young striker. He's actually of Italian and Argentinian descent, but he was born in Germany, and he plays for Germany. And he should have gone to the World Cup. But yeah. Yeah. So it's one of those things, people. Excuse me. But this boy that we're linked with is a decent player. He's put up decent numbers, but saying that it's the Belgium league, innit? Belgium league. Nicolo. Tresoldi. That's his name, people. And I'll try to get what he looks like up for you in a minute, so we can have a look at him. Let me show you this. Couple of minutes of his of his goals, and yeah, we can show you a little bit of comms from him. So let me just show you who he is, and then we can break his game down. This is him. This is him playing. He plays for Club Brugge, playing in the Belgium Premier League. He's a good player, man. He knows how to hit the ball. Left foot, right foot, he can finish. He's a decent finisher. One touch, the other touch went for the middle there. He's quite good at assisting as well, to be fair. He's got a decent assist record as well. But yeah, Manchester United are interested in Nicolo, 21-year-old Club Brugge striker, 23 goals, 9 assists, 58 games last season, clinical finisher, good hold-up, presses well, perfect long-term option next to Sesko. Club Brugge 140, solid A profile. And if the fee works, would you take him? Yeah, and this is the problem. If we get 200 likes quickly, I can do a poll and say, do we need what do we need? Do we need a experienced striker, or is it worth taking a chance on this young kid? That's the question we're going to have. So let's go, people. Tresoldi, man. I would take Tresoldi. I'm just saying. You don't have to be. That's what I'm saying to you. You don't have to be. How old is Watkins? Watkins is towards the end of his career, man. What are we doing here? Watkins is towards the end of his career, and I would like to see a bit more future. I don't know what Watkins' injury record. He's got decent injury record. Now, Flyovic is never coming to Manchester United. Flyovic is on a free. He is on a free. He's never coming to Manchester United, bro. He wants a huge signing on fee, and he will expect at least 250 grand a week. And Manchester United are not giving that type of money. We're broke, man. We're brokies. Manchester United are that makes a lot of money. This is who we are. We are a big football club, but we don't because we're owned and run by imbeciles, people who don't know what the F they're doing. So that's why we're not. But this is the young striker. Yeah, this is him. We're going to break him down. Big up to Danny, man. Big up to every one of you. Big up to Noah. People, let's get the lights up. Let's be having you. Let's be having you, people. I made a bit of notes before. So he's born in Italy, in Cagliari. He moved to Germany as a teenager, and he came through Hanover Academy. He gained German citizenship at 2022. He played for Germany on the 19s and on the 21s, including the 2025 on the 21s in the Euros. He joined Club Brugge in 2025. First season, he was the Belgian Pro League's top scorer with 19 goals in 23 across, you know what I mean? Around 9 to 23 across competition plus assists, helping through Bruges to win the league title. So he was quite good in the Champions League, scored against Barcelona and some other teams. He is what the people describe as a classic number 9, very mobile, good movement in the box, clinical finisher, strong in the air, effective with his feet, classic striker. Julian Nagelsmann should have took him really, but he said he just missed out on the German national team going to the World Cup. But he described him as a classic striker. These are reports from Belgium, by the way. So the reports from Belgium are that Manchester United are linked with him. Scouting team, United scouting team have been tracking him. Yeah, and they want somebody to add depth and competition with Benjamin Sesko. Yeah, and obviously it was seen, if you live in Manchester, a lot of people were talking to me about him on the street because it was all over the Manchester Evening newspapers. Yeah, he is that guy. But I'm like, why can't Manchester United have 3 strikers? Why can't we get him and then get another experienced striker? You know, if we're going to fight in all fronts, we need to have strikers. Yeah. So Belgium apparently it'll cost about £40 million, but Club Brugge want to keep him because they're in the Champions League next season, aren't they? Yeah. The big thing is that when I watched him, I watched lots of little comps about him, and what is his main attributes? What do you think his main attributes are? He's really quite intelligent, you know, in terms of movement and positioning. He makes really good runs. He's one of those guys who can drift wide to the wide areas when the ball is crossed into him. Some of the goals I've seen, he likes to drift out wide so that he's got that. But he's also got a pass on him. He likes to be involved in the play. He's not one of these people who's just going to stay in the box. He likes to come short and connect and then get in the box. He's very good at the link play and dropping into the pockets. Yeah, he's 6 foot. He's quite good in the air for his size. Holds it up back to play, to goal. Saying that's in the Belgium league. He's very good in his duels, actually. And he's very good on the press. Very good at pressing. In terms of the tactical and the finishing, both feet, he can strike him off the left. And I really like two-footed strikers. I always like two-footed strikers because if the ball comes on the left, they're not thinking too hard. If the ball comes on the right, they're not thinking too hard. I think he's right-footed, but he can strike a ball with his left foot. I mean, I remember watching Ronaldo at United. Ronaldo learned how to play that position. Ronaldo learned how to do that. Yeah. We have to put the caveat in. It is the Belgium league, but he did score against some of the teams in the Champions League. Some European giants like Barcelona, other teams, another big team. I forgot what the other big team he scored against, but he scored goals. Nuruddin, the Prem will swallow these young strikers. They need to take no need to take another risk. Well, Sesko has worked out, I think, and he's only gonna get better. Yeah, Nani was naturally two-footed, yeah. But I think this kid has got something about him. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's got something about him. But it will make too much sense for Manchester United to do that. It will make too much sense. Manchester United, it will make too much sense for them to do that. Honestly. It will make too much sense for Manchester United to do this transfer win. You know? It will make too much sense. It will make too much sense. He's 21 years old. He's going to be 22 in next month. But yeah, his stats are quite good. His stats are really, really good. Yeah. Even when you go to per 90, like, let me just share this so you guys can see his stats. But like I said, take it with a caveat, because the only caveat is that yeah, big up, man. Is that the only caveat is that he's playing in a Belgium league. That's the only thing, people. He's playing in a Belgium league. But look, goals, expected goals, on target. Well, I'm not a massive XG guy, but yeah. Shots, 84 percentile. Shots on target. That's really high, 84. Headed, 72 per 90. That's quite good. Assist, he's good at assisting as well. So this is in the late 70, late 78, 80, 86. So yeah. Economical with the ball as well is for a striker, because strikers are trying many different things, but to be in his 70s per 90 for passes is quite good. But I don't watch the Belgium league, so do any of you guys watch the Belgium league? He's good at switching the play as well. Accurate long balls, he's good at switching the play. Look at this 90 percentile. That's not to be laughed at. Yeah. Successful dribbles, look at that, 93. Jules won here, look at that. 93 per 90. You know, for a striker, that's quite good, because it means that he's energetic. Touches in the opposition box. Dispossessed. Yeah, but strikers are trying different things, and they've got too many defenders around them. Yeah, so he's basically Italian and Argentinian. I think his dad is Italian, his mum's Argentinian. Yeah, that's what it is. He does his bit of tactical fouling as well. This is who he is, man. That is who this guy is. That's who this guy is, people. So smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I'll put a better thing on so that you guys can see him more clearly. But yeah, Belgium striker, what are we thinking? What are we thinking so far, people? What are we thinking so far? Do you think he's good enough? Do you think he is good enough? Would you take him? Get in the comments. Would you take him? Are you taking him? Get in the comments, people. Get in the Murder She Wrote comments and tell me, are you taking him? What do you think about him? I think he's worth the chance, but I don't think Manchester United are going to sign him. If I'm being real, I don't think Manchester United are going to sign him. I genuinely don't think Manchester United are going to sign him. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think it makes too much sense for Manchester United to sign him. So I wouldn't. It makes too much sense. I would sign him, send him back on loan, but that's what I would do. I'll be thinking about the future. Even if it meant that, okay, his wages are not going to be expensive. He's going to be wanting to come on the bench, playing a lot of the, get used to the league. He can do that with a player like him. You can do that with a player like him. No problem. You can do that. You can do that with a player like him. You can slowly bed him in, get him used to the experience of the Premier League. And sign Watkins as well. Why not? Why can't we sign 2 strikers if we're letting Sersey go? Let's say that Benjamin Sesko, God forbid, gets an injury. And he's out. Who do we have? Cheeto. No, we need to go and sign 2 strikers. Manchester United need to have options off the bench. And the biggest thing I'm going to be looking for next season is for me personally, it's the in-game management and how quickly we make use of that. People, you're doing amazing. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP and I'll start doing the polls. I'll start giving you different polls and different options. You're doing amazing. But let's get to 100 likes. No, 100%. The club don't want a centre-back, bro. They've briefed it out. They said they do not want, we're going to talk about that tonight. The club are saying, no, we don't want a centre-back. And I have been the most consistent, been banging on about Manchester United injury-prone centre-backs. I've been banging on about it. But the club, what they told their minions, they said, nah, we're not looking for a centre-back. We've got 5. Euro, Heaven, Maguire, Martinez, De Ligt. They're saying they're happy. Yeah, this guy is Nicolo. He plays for Club Brugge. He's got Italian and Argentinian heritage. And he grew up in Germany. And he's played for the Germany under 21s. He plays for Club Brugge. And he played well in the Champions League last season as well. He played well in the Champions League, scored against the likes of Barcelona and other teams in the Champions League. He scored like 19 goals in like 40-something games, I think, something like that. So he's a decent talent, but the profile of him is really good. We were linked with him. And so movement, positioning is really, really good. He's a young striker. His main weakness is that he can rush it sometimes. He can rush the decision to strike. He can lose the ball under pressure. Yeah, I mean, he's going to bulk out as well. He's going to bulk out. He's going to get stronger. He's going to develop. But striker, if God forbid, touch wood, God forbid that Sesko gets injured. When we get rid of Zertsky, we're going to need a striker. We're going to need a striker. I actually think Cunha is quite wasted there. I think Cunha gets isolated and he gets frustrated and he comes so deep to want to get touches of the ball. But I like him. I like this kid. Like I said, I watched a couple of comps of him and he looks really good. To be that age and to have none of that big weaknesses in it, in terms of his, you know what I mean? He doesn't have that many weaknesses, people, genuinely. He just rushes it. He's a guy who rushes it. He can fit into the way we want to play. Tactically, he can fit into the way we play. Yeah, and at times, maybe if we need a goal in the game or we're behind, you can bring him on. You can have the big man, little man. He's not little at all, but you can have that. Yeah, he likes to make runs in behind and he likes to stay on the wide areas of defenders. Yeah, pressing, really good at strong presser. Yeah, and I mean, he would be the kind of kid that we buy, bring him in, develop him as he gets used to the intensity of the Premier League. Nah, it's not happening, bro. Like I said, we're too cowardly in Manchester, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're too cowardly, man. Nobody's willing to. Nobody's about that life. I'm not about that life. On my own, anyway. If it was with a collective, maybe, but not on my own. I don't think Gino is good enough striker to ever make it. Nah. Andrew, I think that's too hard. Young players develop at different rates, bro. I think you're a bit too harsh, Andrew. I really think you're a bit too harsh. I really think you are a bit too harsh. I don't know if any of you guys saw the Guardian headline as well yesterday, or the Guardian used this today, about saying that Manchester United are more favourites, about Alex Scott. Manchester United are more favourite Alex Scott than Chelsea. Chelsea have already had a bid rejected. Manchester United have not bidded for Alex Scott, but the Guardian somehow is telling the United fans United are more favourites for Alex Scott. Yo, what happened to the Guardian, man? What happened to the Guardian, people? What happened to the Guardian? What happened to the Guardian, man? What happened to the Guardian? What happened to the Guardian? Seriously. Yeah. Yeah, Ranger, honestly, that might be true, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. That might be true. What determines how much game time a young player should get? Well, it determines that how well they're doing in training, how dedicated they are. And I'm a believer that you bring certain young players in, you get them playing couple of games, and then you take them out. And then they work on, you do more video work with them. You do more developmental plan. You have a developmental plan. So they will get game time, but then there's a space where you take them out and then get them to look over their performances, how are they linking up, how are they connecting with the other players, you know, get them thinking about their game, what they need to improve on, and do those bit of work with them. But I'm Manchester United is made on youth players, man. What are we doing here? The history of the Busby boys, class of 92, risk always giving young players a chance. But you need to also have experience in the team and young talent as well. That's what you need. But do you believe in this Alex Scott stories? That's what I want to ask as well. That'll be a poll, but we need to get to 100 likes first. Let's get to 100 likes, people. The sooner we get to 100 likes, the sooner I start doing the polls. And we'll start to have a laugh then. Oh, God. Let me see if I can find it, the article. Guardian. Guardian football. I think it might have been in the rumours bit. I'm trying to watch some of the games of the African women's AFCON, African Cup of Nations women's teams are playing, and I'm trying to find. I'm really trying to find a way of playing people, a way of. I'm really trying to find a way of watching that, and I can't find a place to watch it. Do any of you know? Yeah, Mancini being reappointed as I can't find it now, but yeah, they said that Alex Scott United are favourites for Alex Scott. So let me go to this here. Do we know that Tillerman's injury or not? Well, yeah, we know that he missed 23 games last season. How about that for you? And that this kid played football since he was 16. But big up to Nelson. Nelson's a big fan of Tillerman's. He said Tillerman's didn't play at Monaco. Didn't really play that much, sometimes at Leicester. And to me, 23 games, so you missed last season is a lot. It's a lot for me. And I don't want any other injury-prone players to come to Manchester United. I'm telling you now. I'm not here for that. I don't want any of that happening. Women's African Nations will now be streamed on YouTube via the official account. Okay. I need to check that out. Big up to you, bro. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. You know what? That's the only thing nobody can predict. Arsenal were pretty poor. The past 2 seasons, the quality of the Premier League's been trash. And a lot of people like Saeed were saying Manchester United should take advantage. You know what I believe? I believe Manchester United, that's not a football club, don't have the ownership that's scared to winning a league title or challenging for a Champions League. I don't believe that. So that's why I just want to have a good time. Give me the good time. All I want to have is good time, good time. I only want a good time. I want to go to Old Trafford or watch the games on TV. And I just want to see good football. I really want to see good football. But if I'm watching trash football, I might stop going. I'm not going to lie to you. I might stop going to the games. Honestly, if I see trash football, I won't be going. By December midfield of Santos, Manu, Bruno, worst midfielder in Everton. Well, they're saying that the updates are that they're going to sign a third midfielder, but we're going to have to wait till the last few days of the transfer window. So we're going to have to wait till the last few days of the transfer window. And that's where Manchester United are going to look for panic buy. Panic buy FC is going to return. I thought Ineos were better than Glazers. So why are they waiting till the end of the window to panic buy? I think they're also waiting that all these players get sold. All the midfielders Manchester United have been linked with, they've all been sold. Majority of them, or they're going to get sold. So the copium is so high, people. I can't explain some of the copium. Some of the copium is unbelievable. Be positive. I won't be positive. Maybe maybe we're all wrong. Maybe we are all wrong. Maybe the Premier League quality is not going to be that great, and Manchester United can finish third again, even with what we've got right now. Maybe we're wrong. I'm open to that. I have zero ego. I am open to that. I am open to that. We're all wrong, thinking that Manchester United should have got in at least 6 players this summer to push on. But we've only signed 2. And you're not telling me a youth player from Spurs and a second goalkeeper are signings. They're not. Big up King Sol. Sol, are you in Spain? Big up King Sol, man. Yeah, man, but it's all good. I like Bruno G. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Bruno G. Nah, I love Rhino, man. Nah, man, I love Rhino. He just sees it differently. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, man. I got nothing but love for Rhino, for Rance, everybody. They just see it differently. And I hope, I pray, and I hope they're right. I swear to God. Wallahi. Aki. Wallahi. I hope they're right. And because I'm happy to be wrong. I have no ego about this. There's no ego in this. I'm happy to be wrong. So if it's another trash season, then Manchester United didn't have to buy 6 players. But if Liverpool kick on, if Chelsea playing 1 game a week kick on, and Alonso is being given a proper, go at this. He is in charge. He's in charge. That's why Chelsea would have never have signed Welbeck and Jordan Henderson. But he signed them both for a reason. Because he wants them to set the standards with all the young players they've got. So that's the reason why. But I love Rhino, man. Listen, make sure you follow Rhino. And make sure, if you're into music, make sure you follow his artists. Check him out on the social, especially if you live in London. He's always doing something. So make sure you check Rhino out. Nora, everything you want in midfield, passing, defending, heading, scoring. What more do you guys want? Nora, he's everything you want in midfielder. Who we're talking about? Tillemans. Who are you talking about? Oh, Bruno Guimaraes. Yeah, Bruno Guimaraes, yeah. Yeah, I like him. Like I said to you, he's a good player. AFCON's already started. The women's AFCON has already started. Yeah, big up Jarvis. No rush, bro. No rush. Love. It's all love. The AFCON's already started. It is already started, the AFCON. There's already been games. I think, yeah, there's been a couple of games. Zambia, Kenya, Senegal, Egypt, South Africa, Nigeria in it, yeah. Morocco. Smash the likes, people. Big up. Nuruddin, I feel like Carrick will end up just being like Onigon or Soshka will be the fall guy for ownership incompetent. I hope we're all wrong, bro. Chinny, I hope we're wrong, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I hope we're wrong. I hope and pray we're wrong. None of us should have any ego. All we're giving is a football analysis and a football opinion. We're analysts, and we're just United fans with an opinion. That's all we are. But some of us just put 2 and 2 together. And what it is, Manchester United are broke. They got broke billionaires. They don't want to spend any of their own money. They do not want to spend any of their own money. That's how they are. But people, let's get to 100 likes. Let's get to 100 likes, man. Let's get to 100 likes. Alex Scott. Like I said to you, they're going to be playing in the Europa League, and Bournemouth want to get into the Champions League. To price Alex Scott out of Bournemouth, United must have to pay in the 80+ region. And I don't think Manchester United are paying 80 million for Alex Scott. They're not. They are not paying 80 million for Alex Scott. So I think those rumours are just trash. I think there's a lot of journalists just making up stuff. They're making up stuff. That's what they're doing. I disagree with you on the Champions League take. Newcastle, Spurs midfield was way better than ours. And that's the one reason they did well in the league phase of the competition. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. But Spurs did finish on 17th or something like 16th or wherever they finished. They nearly got relegated. And they did really well. So I do believe United can do well in the Champions League. I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to be that bold and I'm going to make that prediction. I think Manchester United will find it hard to open up teams. I think they will struggle. in the Premier League with the intensity and the physicality. Or also, another possibility, the Premier League could be trash again and Manchester United can comfortably finish third. That could happen as well. I'm just putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. But I think Manchester United will do well in the Champions League like Spurs did, like Newcastle did. I agree with you. Premier League intensity point. The teams in the Premier League overwhelm teams in Europe with their intensity. Problem is, I don't trust our midfield to get against teams like Bodo Glimt. Yeah. I mean, Bodo Glimt bopped City off the park, bro. I'll never forget that. I will never. Rodri was so dizzy he got sent off. He got 2 yellow cards in the space of many minutes. He got absolutely bopped. They bopped City apart, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't believe Sporting Lisbon beat them. They beat Inter. They smashed City. Like, they were my favorite team. My favorite team in the Champions League last season were Bodo Glimt. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm always grateful for Bodo Glimt. I met some of their fans when we played them in the Europa League at Old Trafford. A lot of them support United. A lot of them support United as well. Yeah, people, where are we doing with the likes? Oh, I didn't see this here. Big up to Ace. He says here, he has a poor hold-up play, link-up play, and passing under pressure from what little I've seen the past few days. Oh, you're talking about Nicolo, Tresoldi. Okay. I saw some good things. I saw him finishing with both feet, the way he makes space. I saw that he's good in the air. He's decent at passing, but big up to you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Big up and love, man. Apologies, I didn't see it earlier. Smash the likes, FC. Here we go. Here we go. Smash the likes, people. Smash the likes. Let's be harder than you. I want to be sitting here at the beginning of the season and all next season and saying, you know what, guys? We've all been too negative. Remember how negative we were. Manchester United have been phenomenal. Manchester United are guaranteed top 4. Manchester United guaranteed top 3. Manchester United are going to Anfield. Manchester United are going to the MTN. Manchester United are going to the Emirates. Manchester United are going to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Manchester United are bopping teams off the park. I want to be sat here. I want to be going, get in, loving it. Well, yeah, Ace, yeah. That is a good take. But do we have the fullbacks? Can I ask you a question? Do Manchester United have the fullbacks, the energetic fullbacks, to be able to hold possession in any aspect of the game? Because that's where the space is in any team. Are you happy with Luke Shaw and Diego Dalot to help us hold possession and to give us the energy to go up and down and to invert when they need to invert? Do you have that? This is an interesting take. Yeah, with a Tielemans signing, 100%. You would think that's how Manchester United want to play. The rest of the prep, I do concede we need to get more physical when we're off the ball for the Premier League because we get easily overrun and get good examples against Wrexham. Yeah, Wrexham were ready, mate. We were not ready. But then I put that down to they've not played, some of the players have not played for 2 months. And it was our first pre-season game. And Wrexham came ready. And Wrexham are one of the favourites to get promoted next season out of the Championship, unless there's a massive disaster. They're one of the favourites to get out. Because the guys, those actors who own them, they want to get to the Premier League, man. They want to play in the Premier League. They want to play in the Premier League, man. Abolish the ownership. We wish we could, but it's not happening. We've got a tough start of the season too. Apart from the first 2 games, we should win our start. We should win our start to the season. It's tough. I mean, yeah, we've got City at home. We've got to go home. We've got Ipswich at home. I think we've got to go to Fulham, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let me have a look. Let me just get the fixtures out. 1 second. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Bear with me. Tables. There we go. Manchester United fixtures, man. Yeah, we're playing Saturday. We're playing at 2 o'clock against Atletico Madrid. You know what? We always play Atletico Madrid, don't we? We always play Atletico Madrid in some of the preseason. And then Saturday the 8th at 4 o'clock, we play Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain. And then I think we've got a game. Then we play Leeds. I think that might be in Dublin. Then we're playing AC Milan. And then we kick off the week after on the 22nd. Let me just show you, people. I don't know why I'm not sharing this with you. So this is the fixtures for Manchester United. Pre-season and into next season. This is the games. This is what we're doing, people. This is who we are. We're having it. So this is what we're doing, yeah? Atletico on Saturday, 1st of August. Friendly against Paris Saint-Germain, Saturday the 8th. I won't be able to watch that. I'm busy that day. I'm going to have to get somebody to watch it. One of the boys to watch it. And they can tell us about the game. Then we play Leeds. I think that might be in Dublin, if I'm not mistaken. Then we play AC Milan, Amorim and Co. It's going to be interesting, some of the players, how they let into Amorim. Do you think majority of the players will hug him or shake hands with Amorim? That'll be funny. Definitely Diego Dalot Bruno will do that. But with some others, would Kobe go up to Amorim and shake hands with him? Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. But yeah, so our last pre-season games against AC Milan. And then we start 12:30 Saturday, 22nd of August. And then the 30th of August, 4:30, live. That'll be Super Sunday, I think. We'll be live. That's what we're playing. And then September, Everton away. That's a tricky game for me. I'm not going to lie to you. Everton is a tough game. And they would want revenge for what we did to them last season. We did a stick-up job on them last season. We did a stick-up. Stick up. Big up MC Kai, R.I.P. Big up Kai, man. Big up Kai. If you know, you know MC Kai. And then we play City, Super Sunday, September the 13th. Then 7 days later, we've got Fulham away, which usually we get a decent result against Fulham, but it ain't easy. But October is where it gets techie. October is where it gets techie. We've got Spurs, Leeds, you know what I mean? Bournemouth, Chelsea. Ain't no easy games in the Premier League, people. Ain't no easy games in the Premier League. So that's what we're doing, people. That's who we are, and that's what we're doing. Yeah, big up, man. Dar es Salaam, beautiful. I can't wait to go to Dar es Salaam, man. I can't wait. You know what my favorite thing would be? To go and make documentaries, travel through all of Africa, visit all 54 countries. How about that? How many points do we can get with these current squads? Hard to tell, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't. When the transfer window closes, I can honestly predict what's gonna happen. I can't predict otherwise. Guys, have we got to 100 likes yet? We've been live for an hour now. Have we got 100 likes? Have we got 100 likes? No, we're not even close to 100 likes. The least you could do, people, we're 18 likes short. So 18 of you like, we'll start doing the polls about Nicolo.
Big up, bro.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Good job. Let's big up.
Big up.
The weather was a bit better.
Nah, it was okay. It didn't rain all day. So
that's good. Yeah, Did you get out a bit
No,
of
not today. Not today. I actually been busy. I've been sitting looking for holidays with me and the kids. So
Oh yeah.
we are going to Greece next Saturday.
Woohoo! There you go. What
Yeah,
island?
Looking forward to that one. Yeah.
Which island are you going to?
Crete.
Crete. Beautiful Crete.
Yeah.
Those blue
It's
seas,
easy.
man.
It's easy for me. I get a direct plane from the north. It's 5 hours, 20 minutes, something, and yeah, so it's easy. Traveling with kids and all.
What do you do on the plane when you're traveling alone? I always have to watch something. I always download documentaries, or else I'm walking up and down the aisle. I get restless.
Well,
There have to be very intriguing documentaries for me to watch. Unless the plane has films, the long haul flight. Then I sit there and just watch films, and then I'm like, oh, we're landing. I'm one of these people. I'm like, we're landing already. I can't sleep.
Some of the planes now have Wi-Fi on board. You can actually sit and just scroll for 5 hours. But I usually download. I have YouTube Premium, so I download a lot of podcasts and stuff. So I just watch podcasts and play Minecraft.
There you go, man like Minecraft.
Yeah. Big up Ataysim.
Big up people. Big up Jarvis. Listen, people, smash the likes on the video, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we can start doing the polls. So, Jarvis, we've been talking about this young player. Nicolo. This is the kid we've been talking about. Manchester United have been linked with this kid, and we've been talking about him.
The guy from Germany or Bundesliga. Yeah.
He is. He grew up in Germany. He's born in Italy. He's that Italian father, Argentinian mother. He's going to be 22 in the 20th of August. He grew up in Germany, came through Hanover, went to Club Bruges, and did really well last season. So I think he scored 19 or 20 goals in 40-something games. He scored another big club. He scored against Barcelona in the Champions League and scored against another club as well. Two-footed striker, decent in the air, likes to find space. Obviously, he's still raw, but he's got minerals, something that you can work with. And he's been linked. Apparently, Manchester United scouts have been watching him, and the Belgium news has come from Belgium sources saying that Manchester United are linked with him, are watching him, and have a keen interest in him. Like I said, two-footed, 1.83 centimeters. I can show you some of his things. Just a bit of a recap, people, just for those people. But this is per 90. This is his foot mob. So yeah, this is what he can do. This is him. You can see him there. Striker.
Successful dribbles, 93.9. That's extremely high. I would love more dribblers in our team. So yeah, that's a strength.
Yeah, this is per 90. Quite good. Yeah. Quite good.
He wins really a lot of duels. He's in the 93.9 percentile when it comes to duels. If you go a little bit down, so he's very strong in some attributes.
Yeah.
So,
very strong attributes,
yeah.
But the caveat is obviously he's playing in the Belgium league. From everything that I read couple of articles and I watched a couple of about 3 videos today. Yeah. And he's technically sound on the ball, but his weakness that he can sometimes overrush it. But that's young strikers. They're just eager, aren't they? They're eager. So with time, with way of playing, like with development, he should get better. But he looks like there's already a lot of the Italian people are kicking off because they're saying that he should play for Italy. He should play for Italy. And they say that people are saying, Mancini, you need to tap him up and get him away. He's already played for under 21s Germany. But he's not played. He's not played for the German national team yet. This summer feels like a different from previous windows. There are fewer leaks. Negotiations are tightly controlled, and the club is showing willingness to wait rather than overpay. Yeah, we hope you're right. So that's who we're talking about, Jarvis. And what I read on the article that I looked. So yeah, movement and positioning are quite good for his age. Like I said, he's 22 years old. He's 1.86 m, so 1.8. It's that 6 foot something, I think, or close to 6 foot.
6'1", 6'1",
Yeah,
I guess.
He's good at the duels, good balance. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a compilation of him. What impresses me from what I've seen on the compilation, if you can go by that, he scores a lot of goals on one touch.
That's it.
And his movement is very good in the box. He finds that little gap of space and pops up in the right moment and score those goals in one touch. And also when he uses two touch, he's very efficient. He's very quick on that second touch. So tempo-wise, coming from the Belgium league to the Premier League, that's very important, because I don't like strikers who take their time and aim and now I'm gonna shoot. Big up. And always, because but when I see strikers who scores on one touch, it gives me belief. And also, as you said, he's 2-footed. He could score with both goals. He's quite big, and what I saw, he scored on a lot of headers too, but not winning duels, sort of say. He just popped up in the right place, in behind the timing. So the timing is very good. So, for me, I wouldn't mind us signing him. I think he looks extremely good.
I mean, he's got developmental. He's got a higher ceiling. He can be developed. And he would be, Sesko starting a lot of games, he can come off the bench and, bit part, do this, do that. Get, till he gets used to the intensity and the physicality. A lot of people, I mean, I'm really looking forward to, hopefully, if I can come on the show tomorrow, the debate you're going to have, because the question I'm going to ask is that, what type of Premier League are we looking for? Because the past 2 seasons, the Premier League's been whacked. It's been horrendous in terms of quality. And better coaches. Iriola is a better coach than what Spurs had before. Chelsea have got a better coach. I think people are sleeping on Alonso and what he's doing. And the signings that he made the other day, I think, typified it. I think City are going to kick on, whether they lose. I mean, they're linked with Boadi. Even though Lille want Boadi back on loan, back to them. But apparently,
if too young,
Boadi, then that means Rodri is definitely going to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you predict. Big up Ben Jarvis, but I don't know if it's a trash Premier League. I think United may be able to finish top 5. But if it's a quality Premier League, then we might struggle.
I think you raise a good question, and it's hard to say, because I feel like the mid-table teams have lost their best assets, and they are losing their best assets. Also, now we saw, for example, was it Brentford losing Jordan Henderson? Not a fantastic player, but he gives so much for that team and raises their level.
He's an organizer.
He's organizing the team, and we will see. But if it will be like a league, remember the league last season, we were always like almost in the top 4. Almost every time we had the chance, we bottled it against other teams. And not only us, Chelsea did the same. Liverpool did the same time after time after time. So it's very hard to stay consistent in the Premier League. So if the league continues in the same way, I think we can be even in the title charge. But I think it will be very close, from 1st to 5th, 6th, 7th. Maybe we are talking 5 to 7 points until Christmas, before things starting to settle a little bit. Because then you go into squad depth, injuries, and other things that affects the results of the games. But at Christmas, I think we might as well be in the title charge as being number 7. So.
Yeah, I mean, the gap between to be fair, from top to about 8th last season was like 3-4 points. Big up, Ben. How you doing, Ben?
Yeah, big up, man. Can you hear me? Yeah?
Yeah, are you having a good time in Barcelona?
Loving it, man. Loving it. The heat
How's
was
the weather?
not a cloud in the sky, Nurden. Not a cloud in the sky. It was
Have you
boiling.
been to the beach already? Have you been to the sea
Oh
already?
yes, 100%, man, 100%. And today we just had a wee walk around the city centre today, and went down to the
La
beach.
Rambla.
La Rambla.
Yeah,
La
indeed,
Rambla.
bro. So the plan is.
Big up to my brothers. Try to sell you a beer. Coming
Oh
up to you
man,
saying you want a beer.
oh man, and even the lucky man as well. They all come up and said, yo. He says, where you from? Where you from? And I said, from Harness. He says, oh, I love the Irish. I love the Irish. He said, I said, oh, thank you, bro. Big up, man. But yeah, it's all love, bro. It's all love.
Yeah.
It's all love, man.
Yeah,
but,
big up.
Yeah, so
big up, man.
we're probably going to be, well, I've brought my wee golf clubs over, so obviously the missus, obviously I won't be staying around her all the time, like, so obviously I said to her, like, I gotta have some free time for myself. So I said, obviously she'll do the shopping, which is something I don't like at all, and obviously she'll go for her shopping, and I'll go around for the golf, man. So yeah, man. So well, I brought
You're
my
gonna
golf.
go for a golf, yeah? In
Oh
Barcelona.
yeah, I brought my golf clubs over, so they did. So
Ooh.
which was quite good, man. So and then obviously we'll probably go to the new camp either tomorrow or the next day. So yeah, man.
It should be
obviously,
finished now, but do you think that should be finished now? The
Yeah,
stadium?
It's pretty much finished and all. Like so, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that, man. And yeah, man. Like obviously, big up to
You might
the
see
Spanishers
Lamine
over.
Yamal walking around.
Oh, who knows, man? Might encourage him to come to Man United and say just do a cheeky Jason Wilcox Weetabix. Just say, look how good the project is, man. Fucking shite. That's what it is, bro. But yeah, look, man, loving it, bro. Beautiful city, bro. Beautiful
The
people.
food,
Honestly,
man.
the Spanish
The
out of this
food.
world nerd, and and the Spanish are just so. You know what the Spanish are like, nerd, and they can, who they stand with, like everything that about them. They just love. They just don't like to be silenced, just like the Irish, man. They just do not like to be silenced at all, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, big up every
Yeah,
time,
of
man.
course. And you also share that Gaelic heritage, don't you, with the Catalonia
100%, yeah. So
culture.
like it's amazing, man. But what's the topics tonight, by the way?
No,
I'll
we're
also.
talking about this young striker, Nicolo
Oh,
Tresoldi. He's like German. He grew up in Germany, Italian-born, Italian-Argentinian heritage. Played for Germany on the 21, playing for Club Brugge. Scored so many goals. Yeah, 23 in 19 games apparently in the league. He will finish a top scorer in Club Brugge, and they won the league this season. But he also scored in the Champions League, a couple of goals in the Champions League. So he ain't no joke. So we've just been discussing about him. People like Zimba are saying we don't want any more baby strikers anymore. We need experience.
yeah.
But I'm saying, you know what? What are the... It might be good to get another young striker and bed them in, because Manchester United are not challenging for a league title anytime soon. So why not? That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know what you think. He's two-footed. He's 2-footed. Can finish like just say me and Jarvis. Like first touch, second, 2 touches, 1 touch, boom. You don't get a lot of time in the Premier League. He just needs to get used to the intensity and fill out a bit. He's going to be 22 on the 20th of August.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know him. I can't say I do know him, but I don't think we need a young striker. Like I agree with you though, nerd, and we're not going to be challenging any league, but we need Sesko to be the main guy. And I think if someone came in, like I think Welbeck would have been the perfect player to come in and actually guide Sesko to his like abilities and stuff. Like Sesko can easily learn off Welbeck's strengths and stuff. And I just think someone needs to be coming in and not only just being a starter, but just them two competing against each other. I just think the reason why we're looking at the young strikers because Sesko's injury is very unknown right now. Like obviously we don't know when he's going to be back for preseason. Like obviously we see him training, which is a really good sign. But I just don't know when he'll be back realistically. And I think it's all panic mode in a way. People won't say it isn't panic mode, but it is panic mode right now for Ineos because they've seen the headline where they've said Man United is the only top 6 club that hasn't spent over £100 million player. And yes, a lot of people would say that doesn't mean shit, but it does to them because they've seen the backlash the fans have created obviously so far. obviously you've still got the Ineos army. Like the Ineos army are still, bigging up Ineos by saying, "Oh, it's good that Ineos have kept things quiet. It's good, these are signings we have to be making, like Tielemans, Santos. Like these are all under the radar signings. We're going to be winning the league very soon. Like they're promising their promise about we're winning the league in 2027 is coming true, but it's just a load of waffle, bro. Honestly, and this is the reason why we're in this fucking mess, bro. But honestly, with the striker, look, if Welbeck did come in, or like a striker, obviously he's away to Chelsea now, but if an experienced striker did come in and say Xerxes was to leave, then I'd be all on board. But the fact that Xerxes staying, because obviously we know that the striker's now gone to Juventus, I'm all for the striker, man. But yeah.
Yeah, this is what's been reported. This is where the report came from. So Manchester United have concrete interest in club group striker Nicolo Tresoldi. And these are these people who are reporting it. They're Belgian people, Belgian press.
Yeah, but it's been several links on him, like vague links, but no one of the big ones have said anything. But again, it's starting to gain a little bit traction, and also I noticed that we are now being linked more to strikers and left backs than midfielders. So I think we are taking a break on the midfield search at the moment.
Well, that's why I actually bought and did a show about him, Jarvis, because I'm sick of talking about the same BS. A lot of people think Manchester United have been secretive. I think they don't know what they're doing, and I think there's no money. That's what
or reassessing, after all of their first targets have gone away, So it's we have a list, but how long is that list? 5 players or 10, 15? It depends.
Yeah,
depends.
Yeah,
and also
Alex Scott, apparently, according to the Guardian, rumors, Alex Scott, Manchester United are more favourites, even though Chelsea made a second. Chelsea are considering making a second bid. They already made £64 million bid, and they got rejected. So it's going to be a 80 to 90 to get him away.
They're not selling Alex Scott. They're not.
There you go.
How can they replace him? I think that's the biggest question. How can how can Bournemouth replace Alex Scott?
One thing I would say about him, they've always got backup. Their recruitment in the past couple of years have been brilliant. But I agree with what you said, Jarvis. And a lot of people also have been reading like one article about Bournemouth. They want to win the Europa League and get them into the Champions League. The American guy who owns them has got, he owns like a American football team, I think, in the US. So he's got ambitious. He's quite ambitious. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. But I think they will sell him for 90 million or something like that, 85 or 90 million. That's what they'll sell him for. Because they'll think if Mateus Fernandes is that much, then Alex Scott is that much. But I don't see him coming to Manchester United. I think Chelsea would finally get their player. And by the way, do you know that, guys, that FFP is no longer. So I've been looking on and trying to read about FFP, but now it's a totally different thing. It's being replaced. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. The FFP is being replaced.
Yes. It's the basically it's just about your revenue. So you're allowed to spend 85% of your revenue for the teams in the Premier League. Well, you have the UEFA rules too, so you have some restrictions when it comes to it. Seeing Spurs now, not in Europe, they can spend a lot of money because of this. But I just want to make a point on Bournemouth because I don't think people realize they don't. I've been saying this all the time. They don't have to sell. People got to realize they sold players last season for a massive 310 million euros. They sold Semenyo, Sabarni, Huijsen, Kerkes, Utara. They sold Billing. They sold a lot of players. So financially, they are fine. They don't need the money. They need quality. They need the players that I already have. And coming back from such a massive sellout, selling out 6, 7, 8 of your best players and replacing them and being successful. I think they also know realistically it can't be done every year. We have seen Southampton, for example, try it, and they went down. Sold all their best players, replaced them, was successful. Did it again, sold all their players, mostly to Liverpool, and then they went down. So I think Bournemouth are realistic at the moment, and I understand completely, 100% why they're not willing to sell any of their best players. And also Krupi is injured now. He had an operation
Injury
now,
training,
and
I saw that.
surgery. So he will be out for the next 4 to 5 months at least. So I think, if anything, I think they are on the buying side, not on the selling side.
I mean,
of the market.
the only thing that I would say, they are selling club, Jarvis. They are a selling club,
just like Brighton.
They always sell. They always, and the thing that if they're going to sell a player, or they think the player's moving on. The thing about Alex Scott, Jarvis, is that he's not signing a new contract.
No,
but he have 2 years left, doesn't he?
No, I think he might be on his last year. If I'm
last year.
And
Alex
apparently
Scott.
they want him to sign a contract. Maybe 2028. You might be right.
It runs until 2028. So
2028. So they want him to sign because next season it can be dangerous. So they've been trying to negotiate with him, and they've been trying to get him to sign a contract. And with the contract, it's believed that they're going to give him a reasonable, like similar to Semenyo maybe, reasonable buyout clause. And basically, the buyout clause, he's like, no, he wants to leave. The reason why I think out of all the players, if anybody's going to leave, it's going to be him. He was he was so disappointed and angry that he wasn't part of the England squad, the 26 that went to the World Cup, or the 30, I think what it was. And he got taken into the squad, the 30, before they finally chopped his players. And he was on standby in terms of the midfield. And in this country, I don't know if you know, Jarvis, but when players like him, that age, go to bigger clubs, their profile goes up, and then they make their international debuts. They become solid. Well, obviously, if they play well, but they become players. So from everything that I'm reading, I'm trying to analyze from everything that I've been reading about Scott, is that he wants to leave. He wants to go to a bigger profile club than Bournemouth, and he doesn't want to have a buyout clause.
Yeah, but again, where's the realism? If Alex Scott believes he should be in the England squad, competing against Elliot Anderson and Declan Rice, and even Kobe Mainoo couldn't get a sniff on the England team. So again, I think he got to adjust his expectations a little bit when it comes to this. And okay, it's okay to have ambitions, but again, you are up against a very good players, so it's not easy coming into the England squad. And by the way, we also saw the same with Lewis Hall. He was extremely disappointed because he had a good season with Newcastle, and Newcastle played really bad, and he couldn't come into the England squad. And I think that was a big disappointment. So I think out of the two, when it comes to Lewis Hall or Alex Scott, I think the least happy player is Lewis Hall. So if anyone is pushing for a move, I think it's him, because losing out on the left back.
I don't think, me personally, that we're gonna get Lewis Hall. I don't think.
I have a sneaky suspicion that Alex Scott is the one that's coming in. I think they are asking for 65 million, but if he starts pushing for that move, they will have to sell him eventually. Yeah. And we saw the Andy Mitten report, and Andy Mitten, between the lines, said that he believed that Alex Scott wants United, and United are ready.
You mean Lewis Hall?
Yeah, Lewis Hall. So basically, I think they are just waiting for Lewis Hall to start, protesting.
Same time though, it's still too little too late, man. Like we're out pre-season right now. Obviously Tielemans is injured. The only player that's realistically getting the hang of Carrick's system is Santos. And like I said, if you bring in Lewis Hall in the next 2 or 3 weeks, like,
Hmm.
you know, Hull City's going to be up in like our first games in like 2 or 3 weeks time, and like Lewis Hall's just going to be coming into a brand new system because it's a completely new system to what Eddie Howe plays. It's just crazy, bro. I do agree. I think if Alex Scott doesn't come to Man United, then I think it is doom and gloom for this midfield. Yeah, obviously you've still got Sander Berg, and I do hope that Ineos do have some brain cells in them, because, you know, Sander Berg's literally right there. I'm sure Sander Berg would love to come to Man United. He suits the profile, so why not
Yep.
go and get him? But like I said, if you go and bring me Alex Scott, it's still no excuse, because Alex Scott's obviously he's had this ACL. I don't have complete faith in Alex Scott in terms of him playing throughout the whole season. Someone needs to be beside Alex Scott, and not only just beside Alex Scott. Alex Scott should be fighting for Kobe Mainu. He should be fighting for Tielemans, Santos, Bruno, everyone. This is what I'm trying to say. Big clubs operate when it comes to competition. There's no such thing as your best midfield three or any of this shit. You go by, this is what Fergie used to do all the time back in the day. You know, everyone has to fight for the positions. Look at the wingers we had back in the day: Ryan Giggs, Nani, Ronaldo. You know, the list goes on, people. And I just think when it comes to United, we just need to get a move on, man. And the fact that I've seen Mazraoui now change his agency to another agency, it's really, really concerning, because if Mazraoui leaves, and the fact that everyone's saying that Lenny Euro is going to be our replacement right back if Diego Dalot gets injured, then I'm really, really, really starting to get concerned about this window, bro. Because, like, you know, we're it's sure what the craziest thing is. We're doing one mini step forward, and we're taking 3 steps back. Because right now, Ineos are probably thinking a right back is not needed right now because we've got Mazraoui and Dalot. But if Mazraoui wants to leave, you can't just let Lenny Euro just say, here, you've been struggling at centre back for us. Why don't you play right back for us? That's not how the game works. That's not how the business works. You know, if Bournemouth are quoting Alex Scott as £100 million pound player, or 90 million or whatever it is, you go and pay for that. You don't go and say, right, here, no, we'll go and look elsewhere because he's too expensive. No, the thing is, if you pay 85 million British pounds to Bournemouth, you don't pay Bournemouth 85 British pounds to Bournemouth, because Man United have always paid players under Ineos, which is the one thing I actually give props to them, installments. You pay installments to the player. And this is what I just don't understand. The fact that people just need to get their freaking heads out of their arses and how business works. Like the likes of Tonali, the likes of Elliot Anderson, all these big signings that have went to big clubs. All these big clubs don't pay the outright 100 million or whatever it is. They pay like 15 or 20 million pound for one season, and then vice versa another season. Like it's crazy. Why can we not just do these like types of signings? Like realistically, Santos signing and the Tielemans signing. Yeah, it was a release clause for Tielemans, but I don't expect us to pay the outright 35 million pound to Villa straight away. I expect us to pay 17 or 18 million. So realistically, if I was to guess right now how much we spent in this transfer window, I'd probably say about 40 million quid, 50 million quid so far, which is just mind blowing, bro. Like, you know, we're just going backwards, bro. Look, do I think we need a squad? Absolutely we do. I don't believe in this, well, we need like 11 players on a football pitch to win the Premier League or to win the Champions League, whatever. You need a squad. Do I like the signings of Tielemans and all and Santos? Yeah, I do, but you know, it's just not, it's not. The thing is, people need to understand this. Like the marquee situation isn't like to do with oh, let's go and get the best player in the world, this that. No, it's all about profile. Which profile matches the Nemanja Matic profile? Which profile matches, to a certain extent, Herrera's profile? Which profile matches Paul Pogba's profile? And Roy Keane and Paul Scholes and Paul Ince and all these fucking signings we've signed in the past. And right now, the last 10 years that Man United have signed is Schneiderlin, Schweinsteiger, which are both defensively minded midfielders to some degree, and obviously Herrera and Pogba. And like I said, like we have barely bought any signings for midfield. Like we haven't actually strengthened that much at all, because hindsight, if you're looking at hypothetically, Santos and Tielemans, if I was a coach at Man United, they're probably going to be competing against Kobe Mainoo's spot. Whereas that other side where Casemiro was, there's no competition there because there's no one to cover the ground. There's no one to be, to be aware, to have that awareness around the pitch like Zanderberg has. There's no one to be like to bring the ball out from the back like what Zanderberg does, like what Nemanja Matic did back in the day. It's just, I just think we're going around in circles, bro. I really do, really
Ben,
worry.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what? I really think that maybe Omar, Barada, and Ineos and the Glazer are thinking that the Premier League's going to be trash like it was last season, and it's not going to be outstanding teams, and they're taking a huge risk. But I want to talk about the centre back because let me just get a couple of these super chats. They got Blank. Blank says,
Big up Blank.
If Scott is our marquee signing, then we're finished. We need profiles. We need Sanderberg and Belabor profiles for effing sake. He says here, if we don't get Berg, that midfield is getting ran through.
True.
Sandro letting Masraoui leave is a sackable offence.
True, facts. And you know what I do understand as well? Like people.
Tresoldi says here, why don't we try Michael Coyote? I don't rate him, I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't rate that kid. I think he
has special attributes. His throw-ins, that's extreme. And his passing abilities is actually quite good. So, yeah.
Defensively, I don't rate him. But that's just me.
He's a specialized player, I would say. He's not
big
an
up to Rants for the raid. People, we need 100. We need 100 likes ASAP. Let's get to those 150 likes ASAP, people. Let's do it.
See, the thing is as well, like, do you know what I don't understand? See, like, the past managers we've had, like, with Ten Hag, Ole, Amorim and stuff, see everyone, like, all the outers, like, the fucking manager outers, because they're getting gaslighted by Ineos, all these fucking fans had the audacity to say, why isn't Ten Hag playing Xerxes? Why isn't Ten Hag playing this? Why isn't Ten Hag playing that? Why is Amorim playing this? Why isn't Amorim picking this guy, Kobe Mainoo, all this shit? Whereas Michael Carrick isn't picking Mazraoui, probably like the most technical fucking footballer we have in this team. And yet all the fucking outers are all saying that shit back in the day. They're staying quiet because Michael Carrick's he's the guy to take us to the Premier League. I could see Michael Carrick's system's fucking phenomenal. Like, look what we're doing on the ball. Like, it's just fucking mind blowing. And that's why I said, look, I've always stood my ground and said, no matter what, if I don't like the coach or not, no matter who comes in as Man United coach or manager, if he feels at Man United, the blame will always be on Ineos. But see now, with this, like what we've been through in the past fucking decade, and fans getting solely criticising and putting the whole blame on managers these days, I simply can't do that anymore for Michael Carrick, because I want to piss them bastards off, the Ineos army, even more, because see all the Carrick Gunners and all the Ten Hag Gunners or Amorim Gunners, they've all been, like, well, to me, to some degree, with Ten Hag, like Jarvis, obviously, me and Jarvis were the last Ten Hag Gunners, should we say. But look, I've just had enough. Like, I can't really put solely on Ineos anymore. I'm just going to put a bit of it on Carrick, but majority is on Ineos, bro. And it's just mind blowing, bro. Like, even my sister was like,
no point getting frustrated. We got to laugh, bro. We got to laugh. We can't get frustrated. We got to laugh. I think they're banking on that. And big up to Mansour says, bro, if we get the Berg, if we get Berg, Hall, and a centre back replace Martino, we'll actually challenge and make deep, fun runs in tournaments. It's going to be very interesting. Some people are just, to me, we have to take it with a pinch of salt. Like I said, I don't mind being wrong. I have got no ego, and I'm sure Ben, you're the same. But Manchester United, I just want to show people. Big up Ransford, by the way. Big up Ransford for the raid. I just want to show what we've got coming up. Manchester United play. Let me just go back. August. So this is what we play. So we play on Saturday, 2:00. We play a friendly against Atletico Madrid. We played against them in the past couple of games. Do you remember who got injured? Was it Martial? Remember, we played them in Norway a couple of years back. Who got injured? One player got injured in the game, and then he was out. And then we're playing on the 8th of August, which is next weekend. We're going to be playing Paris Saint-Germain. That's going to be fun. And then we're playing Leeds. I think that might be in Dublin. Is that in Dublin, Ben? I think Leeds in Dublin. I think that's Dublin, 12th of August. Then our last pre-season game is Ben's favourite guy, Mr. Amarim. And it's going to be very interesting to see what players shake hands with him. Obviously, Bruno well, Diego Dalot well, some of the Mason Mount well. Would Kobe shake hands with him? This is the most interesting thing that's going to happen in that game. And then, obviously, and majority of the players are coming back for that, by the way. So all of the players who played later in the World Cup, they'll be back for the Leeds game. They should be back for that. Sorry, Leeds in Dublin. And then we kick off the season with Hull at 12:30 on the 22nd and Ipswich on the 30th. And then September looks like this. We got City, we got Everton away, City at home, and then we finish that month with Fulham, Fulham away, which was really done. And then October is looking a bit fresh, if you don't mind me. Spurs at home, Leeds away, Bournemouth at home, and Chelsea away. So it's quite techie. What's going on there is going to be, it's really, really techie, people. The biggest thing for me is I would really like to talk about the centre-back. I don't know if any of you guys saw the article from, I go to you, drivers, from Laurie Whitwell. And he basically said Manchester United are not looking to sign a centre-back. I have been banging on about Manchester United signing a centre-back for the most this season. I have been banging on about it towards the end of last season. I've been banging on about it. For me, it is crucial Manchester United sign a defender. The club are briefing, they're not signing. They said they're looking for a striker and a left back. Hence why we're linked with strikers. So they're no longer looking for a left-sided midfielder either. Left-sided attacker. They're happy with that kid, Thomas. Is it Tanan Thomas? So what are you thinking, drivers? Do you think that's a mistake that could bite us in the backside?
Well, we saw pictures today of De Ligt back in training, doing some reps, and I think he will be back. They said autumn, but we could be back as soon as 1st of September. Then, if it's autumn, so we don't know. But I wouldn't count on De Ligt. He's just recovered from a long injury. Haven't played since December 2025. So again, it's a stretch. And Martinez is injured at the moment. We have two youngsters. Lenny Yoro has been playing as a right back, and we have good old Maguire. And do we put our bets on Maguire having the same season as he had last season? He had a brilliant season, our best centre back by far, I think, when it comes to consistency and what he did. His contributions in games. But again, I feel that he's on the decline a little bit. You can clearly see the pace, and sometimes he's in trouble. But as long as he can just stand in the middle of a mid-low block and defend, I think we will be fine. But what worries me a little bit with this Nerdin is that Carrick has and Wilcox and all of them has said we are going to be more expansive. We're going to play and be more dominant in the games. So the problem is if we then rely on Maguire, we will have problems because he don't have recovery pace. He can't track back. He will always be reluctant to press up high. It's about getting the midfield four and the back four as compact as possible. The distances. We are now talking AC Milan, Arrigo Sacchi type of 1992 football, compact lines, and doing this with Maguire is, as we know, experience with our experience as Man United fans. It's a suicidal football because he can't track back. So the only reason I can see if we go by this is if we sign a defensive monster, a guy who can swap, who can drop in between the centre backs and help them out when needed. So this is my take. So I agree when it comes to this. I think we need a centre back, but I think we are also putting our bets on that we will be fine and do a full recovery on the defense next summer. Luke Shaw will be out, Maguire will most likely be out, and Lenny Yoro, heaven, will be 1 year older. We don't know what's going to happen with Martinez. Apparently, he's on his last year of contract next season, so he will probably be sold. And the same, I don't know what will happen with De Ligt. If he can put in a good season now without injuries, he might be in the long-term plans. But if not, I think we'll be going to sell him too. So next season, I think we will reshape the defense, but not this season. But I agree. Why can't we just do at least one centre-back signing this season and not do everything next season? We know this season how difficult it has been to sign 3 midfielders. If you're doing everything in one window, you're making things 10 times worse for yourself. So, buying a whole new defense next summer will be as difficult as it has been to buy a whole new midfield this season. So yeah, start with the defense right now, sign a centre back. That's how I see it. And I would like someone to come in with legs, someone who can have recovery pace. And preferably a left footer, because I think we over rely on Martinez when it comes to the passing angles going forward. So for me, the Senesi signings was up for grabs. We didn't even try.
On a free.
And
we missed that.
Yeah.
On a free.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ben. How crucial is the centre back?
Oh, bro, I've said centre backs so crucial. Like, I think the least crucial positions the least concerning side of the pitch is more so the attack. Like, yeah, obviously we need someone else and a different profile of Cunha to he can come on the outside instead of going the inside, because we know Cunha loves coming in the inside. But obviously the right hand side is perfect. I love Shea Lacey. People know how much I love Shea Lacey. But the left hand side's the right hand side's completely fine, but I can cope with another season if we don't get another winger. I really can. It's more so the centre backs, the full backs, and in the midfield. You can't just win the Premier League or consistently get top 4 by just relying on a fucking attack. You have to build a spine. A spine is so key in football.
I think you're dropping out, Ben.
Internet's moving like Harry Maguire, Ben. Internet's moving like Harry Maguire. I think he's stuck. Hopefully he'll come back in.
Yeah.
He'll come back.
He'll come back. So what's your take, Nordi? I know you would like to sign a centre back, but again, as soon as we gave Maguire a new contract, we all knew that was it. We're not going for a new centre back. That was the moment, and that was February, no, March, beginning of April, something. We gave him a new contract, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been consistent, Jarvis.
I know.
I've been
but who would you sign then? Who would you actually go for to bring in as a centre back, or at least what profile you think we need? Younger, older, right, left foot, right foot.
Left-footed, yeah. Because Euro, at least you can have Euro there. I think he has to click. He has to click for him sooner than later. He has to click. He has to click for him sooner or later, Jarvis. That's what I think. So I would definitely sign. I would have definitely signed Senesi. I thought he was perfect. I'm just writing something down, but clubs say no need a central defender.
Then IOP comes in and say, I heard Fulham is letting Anderson go, but yes, Joachim Andersen, the Danish midfielder, I think he's fantastic.
I would get him. I will get him. But does he play centre? He plays on the right, doesn't he? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Let me check.
He plays more on the right, and Bassi plays on the left.
I think you're right, Joachim Anderson. Yeah.
He's more right-sided, but
he's right-footed.
Yeah, he's right-footed. Yeah.
Mm.
Senesi for me was the perfect guy. His passing into the last thirds was unbelievable.
Mm.
Sorry, Ben, you cut out your internet.
Apologies,
Like
man.
Manchester United's transfer window.
Y'all are taking me down, man, with this bloody Wi-Fi. But yeah, man. Look, honestly, as I was saying before, you can't.
What area of Barcelona are you in, Ben?
I'm on the outskirts part, like I forgot the name of the fucking town, man. Already.
Are you on the south side or the north side?
The south side. So yeah, I'm on there. Just
Primavera, man. Primavera. I love Primavera.
Yeah, bro. Lovely.
Have you ever been to that festival? You gotta go with your missus, man. You gotta go.
Yes, I've actually. Do you know what's crazy? I've actually been told several people to actually go to that festival, man. So it's just well you actually mentioned it to me, because obviously it was just a reminder.
You just go, especially if you've got places so you can just go for the day, come
100%.
back at night, get back on the train.
100%, you know, and get on to the piss.
In the edge of the city, Jarvis, you would love that. Really good music.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, bro. Honestly, anyone looking to go to a place.
Big up Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche said my dream club to manage. Yeah, Manchester United.
Yeah, you can fuck off, Sean Dyche. You can fuck off. Back to my point, man. Like, you know, you have to build a spine first, and you know, if you were to tell me right now which like position would I sacrifice the most, it would be the left wing. Like, I'd say forget about signing a left winger, buy a left back, right back, if depending on Mazraoui, and two centre backs. Like, you know, I was listening to you there, Jarvis, saying you know, I think we can cope with not signing a centre back. But I don't think we can. Like, you know.
No, it's not that I think. I say that Ineos is betting on that we will cope. Okay, yeah, as we did last season in the midfield. Yeah. Luckily, you know, Kobe Mainu came back and Bruno did a decent job, you know, in the first half of the season. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like the people, I mean, I've seen the people in the comments already saying, why can't we not put Luke Shaw? He can play centre back. Mazraoui can play as a centre back. See that there? That's just basically getting you're automatically getting gaslighted and getting fooled by Ineos already, because that's what they want you to say. They want you to say put McDonald's as centre back and put Mazraoui as a centre back, because it's a cheaper option, because it means they don't have to do any work. They don't have to do work. They can get their whatever they're on a week, you know, wage a week. So honestly, bro, it's just mind blowing. Now, if you were to ask me right now, who would I go in for centre back? Now, I agree with you, Jarvis. I think we do need like a beast in there, like cover the ground. He's a very pacey centre back, so like allow us to play the high line we want to play. But do you know what's crazy, bro? And people in the chat, do you know who I was really, really impressed with in the World Cup? It was that Spanish young centre back, bro, that for Barcelona. I thought he was he's a fucking gem. I can't remember his name, man, but he is a gem in the making. And I know everyone's going to say that's impossible. You know, he's coming from Barcelona. I'm sure Barcelona want to keep him. But that's how big football clubs move. Yes, Lenny Euro, you can argue, you know, was a big signing, because obviously other clubs were interested in him. They seen his unique and his strengths and stuff. Like, obviously he came from the French league. You know, it's going to be a physical league. So yeah, obviously Lenny Euro still needs to do more, but I still do believe in Lenny Euro. He needs to develop more, and I just think with the case with this Barcelona centre back, I would go all in for him, man. I mean, if not him, yeah, obviously I think Spurs were in for Koundé, Jules Koundé, the French right back, but I know he can't play centre back, but. Spurs were in for him apparently, but apparently there's no further interest. There's obviously that Inter Milan centre back Bastoni as well. He's out there as well. But look, there's plenty of centre backs out there right now. I was a wee bit gutted that Spurs signed Sensei from Bournemouth, because I actually really wanted him. I thought he would be a really, really good signing for us. And obviously Van Hecken went to Spurs too. So I just think we're kind of in trouble right now. Obviously, if you were to ask me right now, where would I go and look? It would either be the Spanish league or the French league. Find me a gem, or find me an experienced centre back, or it doesn't have to be an experienced centre back. It could be someone who has a profile that similar to De Ligt in a way, but that can get around the pitch and cover more ground. I just want a centre back pairing that can go up in the pitch, stay at that halfway line when we're progressing the ball from the pitch in the final third, and just, you know, if say if we do get intercepted and they are on the counter attack, then they can come back and, you know, cover the ground man that's needed. Because, you know, I don't believe in Maguire. I think Maguire, obviously, he's injury prone. Dillett, obviously, that's my guy. You know, obviously, I was so sad to see him have this serious back injury, bro, because I actually think Dillett would have probably been the player of the season for us because he was phenomenal before he got the injury. Martinez, obviously, that fucking midget can fuck off, man. I've just had enough of his injuries, bro. But I don't want Martinez going before Shaw and Dalot. To me, Dalot and Shaw, I don't know how the fuck they're still here, bro. I mean, per Tyrone Malacia, the kid didn't play for so many years, bro. For so long, and yet they dump Tyrell Malacia before McDonald's and Diego Dalot, bro. It's fucking ludicrous, bro. And people are saying out there that Dorgu should be playing left back. You know, it's crazy, bro. Like, you know, that's what Ineos want you to say, because it's just you're just falling for the gaslight again. And for me, I've said it to Nerd and I've said it to everyone. I'm sick of the gaslighting, and I'll just stick to my grounds. But regardless, the centre back is so crucial, people. Like, I'd probably even say to rank them, I think we need 2 more midfielders, which is the most priority. Then I'd probably go fullback for me next. People are going to ask why go for the fullback if you're speaking about a spine. The reason being is because last season the fullbacks were just so poor, and the reason why is no one was helping Ahmad or Mbeumo or Cunha. No one was overlapping or underlapping or anything. They just weren't doing anything. They were just so static, and that's not what you want, man. Like, you know, you look at other clubs like in Newcastle, like fucking Liverpool. You know, they're always up the pitch, man. Look at Spain in the World Cup, like, you know, Cucurella and Pedro. They were always lightning up the fucking pitch, bro, and that's what we need. So I'd probably go the fullbacks next, then the 2 centre backs then, because I can actually, if you were to tell me right now that Ineos were to sign those players and they were to leave the centre backs last, I'm all for it, because I do believe Maguire and Aiden Heaven and Lenny Euro can do a job for us for the first few games. I do believe that, but I don't believe the fact that if we don't get a signing at centre back, then I think it is doom and gloom for us, because you know, I've seen Maguire. I don't know why Maguire's still fucking here, man. Same with Martinez. Same with, you know, Ineos had this model. You know, Barada and Wilcox had this model saying, if a player doesn't perform in 2 years, you're hoofed out. Maguire's been here for fucking so many years, bro. This guy's only had 2 good seasons. The rest have been shocking. Why is he still here? It's mind blowing, bro. This whole Ineos project is just a catastrophe, bro. It really, really is, bro. Yeah, that's my opinion. But anyways, do you agree with me, guys? Do you agree with me? Do you think centre back is crucial?
I don't know if it's crucial.
Centre back is crucial. It's more than crucial for me personally. I've been banging on about it for a long time, and I think because of the injury proneness, I think United fans are sleeping on it. I've just asked the question, people. We need to get the likes up as well. I've just asked the question. I've just asked the question, which is more crucial areas for Manchester United to sign players? And let me just give you the numbers. Please see how many likes we're on. We're 60 likes short.
Come on, man. Come on.
ASAP, people. Well, I just asked the question, what areas of the team are crucial for the club to improve? Fullbacks 25%, centre back 23%, striker 6%, overwhelming 47% is a mobile midfield player.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah,
that's what people want. Mobile.
Jarvis, can I get your 2 pence? And Nerd, I don't know whether I got your 2 pence when I was at the airport. Can I get your 2 pence on the Mazraoui situation? If Mazraoui does leave, is that going to be, you know, are you going to be annoyed? Are you going to be, it's not going to bother you? Like, I want to get your 2 pence with the Mazraoui news.
Yeah, Mazraoui is a strange one because Carrick doesn't seem to rate him. You know, he plays him in all sorts of positions: centre back, left back, right back. He never gives him any consistency. looks for me that he prefers Dalot on the right-hand side. Maybe it's because of his history, you know, from the Oli era. And, you know, I can't in a way understand that Mazraoui wants more game time. But I think it will be a very bad decision from our board and Ineos if we get rid of him, because he's versatile and he's the type of player who can come in and do a job in every position. We got him on a cheap. If we sell him, we will probably make a profit. So maybe the question is, are we selling Mazraoui so we can bring in Lewis Hall to finance the Lewis Hall signing? So, you know, another question is, would you be willing to sell Mazraoui if it meant that we will get Lewis Hall 100%? I think maybe that's the question. I'm just trying to understand, because it doesn't make any sense why we would try to sell Mazraoui. So why? The only thing I can think of is either that Mazraoui is unhappy because he doesn't get any consistency, doesn't feel that he has the confidence of Carrick, or that the board and the footballing leadership is trying to force him out and trying to make a buck so we can get the money to buy a player. So it's either one of the two. But if it was up to me, you know, I think Mazraoui is a wonderful player, but he's not irreplaceable. And also we as Man United fans, we always get attached to these players who have a good spells and have good games. But again, when it comes to me, you know, I look at PSG, you know, I look at Hakimi, for example. I look at how extremely good fullbacks are operating. Mendes, same. Look at Bayern Munich. They're fullbacks. So again, I think we have a long way to go, and I would never think that Mazraoui can fill that and be that type of player. So I don't know. I'm if it means that we get Lewis Hall, maybe. If it means that he's just unhappy, well, maybe we should just sell him because he don't want to be here. We will open a pathway for Hariamas, for example.
But then,
So
Jarvis,
you know, it's tough, you know. But you know, immediately you think, no, we shouldn't sell him. But you know, when I don't know the reasons behind it.
Yeah, but Jarvis, would you be, if that's the case, if you're happy for Mazraoui to leave and say we get Lewis Hall, are you happy for, if Diego Dalot gets injured, hindsight, or hypothetically, are you happy for Lenny Euro to be a right back?
Well, I've said for a long time now that Lenny Euro, he needs a loan. I said this in February or something, and people were starting hating on me. We can't do that. We can't sell Lenny Euro or you know, bring him out on a seasonal loan or two years to develop. But you know, I think that's the way. You know, he's a massive talent, but he won't develop if he don't get playing time. So it's either that we give him the confidence, we play him regularly, or he have to reinvent himself and start playing on the right back. But he needs game time. That's 100% sure. He can't develop. Lenny Euro will fizzle out and become nothing in the world of football if he doesn't get any game time. So for me, 100% he needs a loan or he needs consistency.
Yeah. See, for me, like, I mean, I understand in terms of, like, you know, there's way better right backs out there in the world. There's way fullbacks. Like, look how well fullbacks have developed over these years. Like, obviously, I didn't really rate Cucurella like seasons ago, but I think now he's really grown a lot more, and he probably is up there as one of the best left backs.
Still a shithouser.
Sorry?
He's still a shithouser.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, he still has that, you know, bozo moment, like, in terms of him making a mistake in that. But honestly, like, you know, if Luke Shaw and Diego Dalot weren't here, Jarvis, I'd be totally on board with you. You know, if Mazraoui's not happy, you know, obviously, if Mazraoui isn't playing to his potential, or the system doesn't work, then hoof him on. But at the same time, we're in this situation right now where we've got two players who have been here longer than expected. And I just think it's a similar to Lit situation. People are getting so much onto the Lit because he has his back injury, whereas no one was really getting onto Maguire or Martinez or Luke Shaw or Diego Dalot whenever he got injured. You know, to me, there needs to be an order of who gets sold first. I know Nurden said it always that it was a really, really good comment. He said, Nurden, he says something about, you know, something about your fitness. Says your best time as a footballer or something like that is when you're available and you're fit. The injuries really set you back as a footballer.
Yeah,
your
best ability is availability.
Yes, that's it. But honestly, bro,
especially when Manchester United have one of the worst injury and rehab departments.
True. But I'm just not I'm just not willing and preparing myself to, you know, for Mazraoui, who's just such an incredible footballer. Forget about how his performances have been at Man United, because they haven't been all good. Some of them have been bad, but I think the reason why some of them have been bad is because Carrick has mismanaged him, and you know his game time's been so low. Like I remember he was starting in the Manchester derby, and people got onto Mazraoui like he's played every fucking game, which he never did. But honestly, look, I just think we need to, when it comes to Mazraoui, we just need to. It's one of those things, Jarvis. Yes, obviously we shouldn't be like defending like our favourites, you know, our favourite players, because obviously I don't have a favouritism like for a fucking footballer at our club. If you're not performing, you need to get the fuck out.
Somebody told me your favourite player is Bruno Fernandes, the legend of all legends.
Oh, I mean,
some little birdie told me your favourite player of all time in the history of Manchester United. Better than Georgie Best.
Do you know what's crazy?
Let me just get the super chat. the super chat.
Go ahead.
Big up David says, how do we balance always buying players versus giving players a chance, academy players a chance? We wasted so much money on players. James Garner, Alvaro Fernandez. It's the biggest thing what Manchester United need is stability. And with that, we're never going to get stability with this old ownership model that we have.
Facts.
But go ahead, Ben. Finish up. I want to come in.
Do you remember Cambuala? Like, we got rid of Cambuala as well. Like, bro, do you remember how good Cambuala was for us? Oh, my God. He would have been... Do you know what's crazy? If Cambuala was still fit and he still was playing at our football club, I'd say, right, okay, maybe we don't need two centre-backs. Maybe we just need one centre-back if Cambuala's here, because Cambuala, he was putting on outstanding performances for us, man. He just doesn't get the fucking love he deserves, bro. The fact that we sold him, by the way, is just shows who any of us are, man, honestly. But as I said, bro, like centre-backs crucially needed. When it comes to Mazraoui needs to stay one or two more seasons until Diego Dalot and Luke Shaw is out of this football club, because it just does not deserve the treatment he's getting right now, Mazraoui. He really doesn't. The fact that it seemed like people are going to say Brighton game, it was the last game of the season. But the thing is with Mazraoui, I seen something different compared to the other two fullbacks. Even Harry Amas too. Like, we've seen when Harry Amas came on that pitch in the preseason game. Yes, it's preseason. I understand that. But both of them, Mazraoui and Amas, just offer something different. Mazraoui was probably arguably the man of the match in that Brighton game, because as a fullback he was just everywhere. He cut inside, he cut on the outside. He was helping Ahmad so much, man. It was just.
By the way, talking about Ahmad, this is a huge season for Ahmad.
True, I agree.
In Burnley and Ahmad, huge pressures does on this season. The way
exactly.
But there's a bit of breaking news, Ben. Fabrizio Romano, Ineos have stated they have funded Ben's holiday. Source Fabrizio Romano.
Ben to Ineos headquarters. Here we go.
Big up to Ace. Appreciate Ace for the super chats, man. Thank you, Jarvis. That's what I've been saying to people. People are too emotionally invested with players of the club. Euro needs game time. Look at Saliba. 100%. I think we all agreed. I really think we all agreed. Genuinely, we all agreed. I think he should have got a loan, or he should be played more, or he should be played through bad form. You need to stick with him. And that you think through playing young centre back. I have to explain this to people. The hardest position for young players to come into, Jarvis, tell them, what is it? Centre back.
Centre back or central midfielder, you need a lot of experience.
Central midfielder, you could be carried, Jarvis. Central midfielder, if you play in the three and you've got two experienced players, they can talk you through the game. Centre half for me is the most because it's about instincts and experience. You
Mm.
learn to read the game. You're learning how to read the game. You're learning how to step in. You're judging distances. You're judging constantly. You're moving. You have people talking to you. You need somebody who to organize you and talk to you through constantly throughout the game. Midfield, that can be done. I personally believe centre backs for young players is the hardest. It's the hardest position on the football pitch.
Yeah, well, the good thing is being a centre back. Everybody's played football. Know if you're a centre back, you have the game in front of you. So it's kind of a little bit easier if you're in midfield. You have the game in both ways. So you have to be better to scout 360 vision. So I think that comes more to experience. But I agree with you. Centre backs is so hard for especially young players because they don't know when to go, when to drop, and when to stand, where to be, follow your man. Are you holding your line? How do you communicate? Are you aggressive enough? Are you too aggressive? Are you too passive? It's so many elements of being a centre back. So, but you can clearly see a player like, for example, Lenny Yoro. He had some stinkers last season, and he had some wonderful games. He had some cameos. He came on, I don't know, was it his Spurs game or something? He came on the last 20 minutes. He had like 5 recovery runs and last man tackles. So he is a fantastic player. It's not about his talent. It's all about his development. And I would fully trust Lenny Yoro if that's Carrick's choice, because I would know he will become better in time. But it will cost us something. It will be on the current. We will be a little bit poorer on the current moment, but in the long run, I think he will develop and become that centre back that we are seeing. So both him and Aiden Heaven, I think they are massive talents, But I don't trust both of them playing at the same time.
Yeah, 100%, and I'm worried about both of their injuries as well. I don't think you guys have understood, because we've had Martinez fit for some time, De Ligt fit, Maguire fit, but they've also had injuries. Since he's been at Manchester United, he's also had injuries. Lenny Yoro, and the stop.
Yeah, but that's also a part of your development as a player. You need to learn how to handle, how to handle hits, how to handle knocks, how to handle your body. Where's the line? We've seen centre backs who's overly committed, like Eric Bailly, for example. He managed to injure himself, throwing himself into tackle. This doesn't matter who he hit. It's just because he was reckless all the time. And I think you need time to develop your injuries also. So that's why you need experience.
100%. But I think a young centre back has to play with a super focal experience and a good centre. Like, for example, if Varane played with Yoro, Varane would be amazing. You know what I mean? He would be amazing, Varane. By the way, he's coaching Cuomo. If I'm not mistaken, he's coaching Cuomo. He's got a coaching job under Fabregas. And Cuomo, you know what? For Cuomo, this is a bit of a side note, people, are trialing their youth players not to play with the ball in no headed. And Varane is a massive advocate of that. He's a huge advocate of that. No heading, because heading is show that it causes dementia and stuff like that. So Alzheimer's, sorry. Yeah, Alzheimer's.
I'm gonna have to love yous and leave yous here. I'm gonna love yous and leave yous here.
What time is it over there now?
20.
What time is it in Catalonia, right?
It is 20-1. So
how far are you from Central, from the Ramblers? How far are you from there? Like 20 minutes on a train?
About 15 minutes. But yeah,
Ben, the clubs open at midnight. In Barcelona, and they close at 8.
Clubs are open at midnight, bro.
That's tomorrow night, Jarvis. That's tomorrow night, my friend. Yeah.
He's out tomorrow.
The clubs in Barcelona are fantastic. They play those Latino rhythms, and
brother, it's class.
It's so nice. It's so nice.
I mean, this is
Jarvis giving it big. Jarvis giving it the shapes, baking the baking tray. Give it that bits. Have a great time, Ben.
Big up, Ben.
man.
Big up.
Big
Yeah,
up,
he's
Ben.
dropping off again. So yeah.
Yeah, people, listen. It's crazy. People, we need let me just have a look how many likes we need, and we're gonna change the poll. Jarvis, you have a poll. Should we test out? Should Lenny Euro be sent on loan? But the only reason why we can't send him on loan now, Jarvis, is because if we sign the centre back, would you send Euro on loan? If we signed, let me just do that.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Signed a centre back.
And keep in mind, we have fullbacks. We have Luke Shaw and Masraoui, who both can operate as centre backs if needed. You know, we have the versatility in some of our players. So
loan.
I think even without buying a new centre back, we should be fine on sending Lenny Euro on loan if we find the right club. We need to find the right club. Send him to Monaco. Send him to RC Lens, or send him to in the French league, or preferably in the Premier League. Someone of the newly promoted teams. Yeah, send him to Coventry or Hull.
We need. Let me just have a look. We need 47 likes, people. 47 more likes. Likes needed. Let's go.
But you know, before you answer this poll, guys, keep in mind it's investing in the future. That's just my thing. As we said about Saliba, how many years did he play in France? Was it 2 years or 3 years?
I think I'm sorry, nearly 3 years, nearly. I think definitely 2. Yeah. It's definitely 2. I don't know about 3 years, but definitely 2. Yeah.
So that's the thing, you know. Are we willing to sacrifice Lenny Euro and let him develop as a player, and bring him back when we are stronger? That's the thing.
Yeah, this is it. This is the thing, because Barcelona trust him. They trust him, don't they? Kobasi plays regardless of his form, good or bad. And that's what you have to do. You have to play them through the mistakes and show them and hope that they improve from there. But we're not doing that. We're playing. I mean, Amorim didn't like him, did it, to be fair? Amorim, and every time he got blamed. What do you do even when your Bruno, your captain, blames you? You know, and Man City, remember, it was the most astonishing thing I've ever seen on a football pitch. He's a young kid, and you're bringing his confidence. You should be saying to him, actually, it's my fault. Don't you worry. I'll take responsibility. I mean, Bruno literally blamed him. I don't know who it was. I think it was Foden. We proved it. You saw the clips, Jarvis. Bruno ran at the back of... Foden ran at the back of Bruno when we were playing 2-man midfield. And they blamed it on... Who?
Lenny Euro. Yeah. You know, I remember.
Nathan Collins at Brentford. I actually
his name being mentioned.
Yeah, Nathan Collins. I don't know. You know who I like, Jarvis? I'm not going to lie to you. I like that guy in France. That French. He's got a similar name. Facundo Medina. He plays for Marseille. Very good passer, line breaker. He's left-footed. Honestly, look him up.
What's his name? Medina?
Facundo. You know, like Facundo Palestri.
Yeah.
Remember Palestri? Yeah, Facundo. So Facundo Medina. Medina.
Facundo Medina, Marseille. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
27 left-footed Argentinian.
Yeah, very good. I personally like him.
He came from RC Lens and then signed for Marseille. Okay.
Yeah.
He looks decent.
Yeah.
And you also have a guy called Bitsiabu. He plays for RB Leipzig. He came from the PSG Academy. Bitsiabu. He's a big guy, left-footed, centre-back.
But if you ask me as well, I really rate the Bodo Glimt centre half. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really rate him, that Norwegian.
He's good.
We had good, very good, reliable Norwegian centre backs.
Which of them?
Ronny Johnson. He was injury prone, but what a player he was. One of the most fastest centre halves I've ever seen at United. As a kid, I remember me watching him go, look how fast he is.
But you're talking about Odin Bjørtuff.
Oh, the two, the left-sided one. The player who plays
that's
on the left
Bjørtuff.
side.
You have Gunderson on the other side. Gunderson was the other one.
What do you think about him, Jarvis? I thought in the Champions League he was superb.
He was superb in the Champions League. He's very calm on the ball. You know, and they always try to play football. Yeah.
That's what we need. How old is he?
Let me check. How old is he? Bjørtuff. 27.
Experienced. What's his name, Jarvis? So say his name again. How do you spell his name?
Odin.
And
BJ. That's an O. Bjørtuft.
Oh yeah, I've got him. I'm just having a look at some of his stats here.
Yeah.
27, centre back. Yeah. Why not try him?
But I think this is the guy that I posted on your chat with your name. But Bitsiabu, I think he's a massive talent. Someone that we could see. And also you have Luka Vuskovic, the guy that Brighton just signed, the Croatian guy. He's a monster. He's a monster.
Yeah, the Saeed loves the Ecuadorian guy. Played for Ecuador in the World Cup. I forgot what team he plays for, but he's massive. Very good.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But I think he might be right-sided. Is this guy right-sided, left-sided?
But this guy is left-footed. It's very ball playing, and it's like 6'6" or something. It's a big guy. Played in came from the PSG academy, and then Leipzig snapped him up.
Ooh, yeah. The sheep. What's his name? The sheep. It's got an interesting name.
Bichiabu, I think his name is. Bichiabu.
Yeah. Interesting name, man.
But also Luka Vuskovic, the Brighton, the new centre back they signed. He's a massive guy.
Yeah, he's 6 foot something, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's so good. Check him out on or let me lure it in.
Yeah.
So Brighton, they know what they're doing every time. It's always this is the guy. He's 19 years of age. He's 193 centimeters. That's 6'4". But look at his. What happened?
Sorry, Jav. Did I change it?
Look at his player traits.
Wow.
He's filling the whole thing, the whole pentagon, or what's this called?
Which one is this? Bishiabu?
No. This is the guy.
The guy. Yeah.
Look at this. It's insane. 99% aerial duels, 99% defensive contribution, 100% goal, shot attempts, 97%, touches 75, and 73 percentile when it comes to chances created.
Yeah.
Brighton.
I wonder how much they signed him for. How much did they sign him for?
35 or something.
35 million,
yeah. Typical Brighton.
So Croatian. Is he Croatian?
Croatian. Yeah. It's typical Brighton, and we are sleeping on players like this. I would love for us to sign a centre back like this for 35 million.
Yeah.
So
definitely Manchester United are not signing Bishiabu, Jarvis, because he's 30 years old.
No, he's not. He's not. Bishiabu is 21. Leipzig.
Oh shit! Have I looked at the other one? Or maybe I looked at the wrong one. Scott. I've looked at Scott. Oh shit! I've looked at the wrong one. Sorry. I've looked at the wrong one.
Yeah, but he's just left-footed and extremely good on the ball, and he's a big build. So I think he has an
He's
extreme
21.
potential.
Yeah, 21. Yeah, I got him defensively.
Yeah. Okay, it was 55 millions. Yeah, so they paid a lot, but again, I think it's worth the money.
He's going to be a monster in the Premier League, mate. He's going to be a danger in set pieces. How tall is he? Like, what is he? 6 foot something? What is he? 6 foot? What?
He's 193 centimeters, so that's
6 foot 4.
6 foot 4. 6 foot 4.
Yeah, similar height to me.
Mm.
Yeah, 6 foot 3, 6 foot 4. Yeah, similar height. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy, people.
And why? Because they sent him on a loan.
Yeah.
So he had time to develop as an 18-year-old.
Of course. Did you see that? Big up to Shaqirian before. He said Asensio kid is leaving Real Madrid. He was one of the highly rated. Come through, I think, Real Madrid youth team. And now he's leaving. Centre back. But I think he more played on the right, if I'm not mistaken. But he was giving away lots of penalties. He's a hothead.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bit of a hothead, but yeah, I didn't see him playing for Spain either in the World Cup. But yeah, Kobasi got played, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Laporte. I always liked Laporte, left side. I always liked
Laporte. Yeah, he's decent. How is the poll going in Nordin?
The poll is 50-50.
It's 50. Wow. Yeah, but I knew it was a difficult one. It's a difficult one.
52% said yes, 48% say no.
Yeah. And that's why Man United are hesitant of doing anything. They're paralyzed.
I think this because they spent 50 million on a 19-year-old. Only bet was he an 18-year-old when we signed him? So I think they don't want to. They don't want to do that. The reason why they don't want is because it was Ineos' marquee signing, wasn't he? We beat Real Madrid.
but I would ask the guys
without
in
a
the
proper
chat.
developmental plan. Without a proper
that's the thing. That's the thing, because I will ask the guys in the chat who voted no of sending Lenny Yoro on the loan. Do you believe that Lenny Yoro will get consistent game time in this defense? De Ligt is coming back, Martinez, Maguire, and Aiden Heaven. Do you see Lenny Yoro having the platform to develop as a footballer for the next season? Or would he be better off in another club, in another league, France, Spain, Championship, or one of the newly promoted teams in the Premier League? That's the question. Because if you believe that he's good enough to be a regular starter this year, I understand your answer. But if you don't believe it, then I don't see your reasoning. I don't understand your reasoning.
Yeah. Some people are saying here, Mr. United social media club, as long as fans are divided on topic, they will always play the middle line. But saying Maguire is blocking Yoro's development. I think if Maguire went, Yoro could have gone up, I think, a bit more.
Stepped up, yeah.
I think.
But what is he now? Is he fifth choice? Is he fourth choice?
Well, at the moment, he's playing right back.
Yeah.
So I think maybe he might be makeshift right back after Lenny Yoro. Yeah.
Big up, Jules, saying I voted no for Euro loan, only because I don't think Maguire, Lisandro, De Ligt will complete more than 40 leagues games between them. Okay. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, well, it's fair enough. It's fair enough.
Yeah. That's understandable, to be fair, but it's still, we shouldn't fear. Manchester United should be more than capable of you know what I mean, developing players on loan. That's what it should be. It should be that we develop players on loan.
But we never been that club, or we're not, at least for the last 15 years. That's one of our biggest faults. We don't develop players. We have had so many big talents, and they just goes away. And the worst thing is, if they have had a successful loan, let me just mention a couple of guys. Garner, fantastic loan at Nottingham Forest. We took him back and sold him. Tuan Sebe, he had a fantastic season for Aston Villa. Playing against I think he was voted player of the season for Villa.
Yeah.
And he came back, didn't get a sniff of game time. So
injury
in a way, when we develop player, we don't even give them a chance when they are coming back and are ready. That's
because there's no stability. Managers are facing a sack, so they panic. Where do? They go for experience.
Alvaro Fernandez, yes, that's a great example. Fantastic season for who was it? Was it West Brom?
No, Preston. Young player of the year.
Preston North End,
Preston North End, yeah.
Came back
in a tough, playing 3 games a week. Tough. Yeah. This is the news that's breaking. Broke this afternoon. Real Madrid have approved the Man City's sign Rodri for the first time. Negotiation have started with verbal discussion between the clubs. I still don't think we're going to get Chouameni. People are getting a bit too giddy about Chouameni.
Read that again, Nordin. Did he say anything? Oh, Nordin dropped out. But where am I? Here. Okay. What did he say? He said nothing. What did Fabrizio say in that tweet? Do it again, Nordin. Oh,
sorry. Let me find it. 1 second.
Because the wording is always particular when it comes to Fabrizio. You know, he don't want to be wrong.
So's Einstein now. Have you seen what Einstein says? Einstein's now reporting for reporting's sake. He's not reporting anything, to be fair.
No.
Einstein's like, no approach yet, but definitely that they want him. So he says here, negotiation has started with verbal discussion between clubs. Florentino Perez has given approval to the deal after doors closed for months. Real indicate they're ready to spend over 50 million.
Okay. So he's reporting that Real Madrid has made an approach. That's nothing new, or officially for the first time.
Yeah, discussions. And did you see that Man City are now linked to Boadi?
Boadi, yeah, okay.
Boadi, yeah.
Yeah. But again, you know, I can't see Elliot Anderson and Boadi being a midfield that I actually fear.
Mm-hmm.
Not yet. You know, I think they both need time. Elliot Anderson need time to develop in the big club, and the same goes for Boadi. And he's 18, so the consistency of the Premier League. You know, how many times will Boadi be smashed in that midfield during the 38 games of the season in the Prem? He will have to get used to it. Although he comes from the French league, it's a physical league, but it's nowhere near.
Yeah, of course. By the way, this guy's move was being driven by the agent. It was his agent that was shopping him around. I don't know what is it? Is it a knee surgery? I don't know what the surgery is, but he's out. He's definitely staying at Bournemouth.
Creepy, yeah.
Yeah, creepy, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Bruges striker is worth a punt. We talked about it on here, bro. We talked about it. We broke his game down. We talked about him. When the show finishes, reload. We went into detail about what type of player he is. I think, bro, us honestly, is the biggest brown envelope client journalist in the game. That's why he always first on transfers. He's in bed with these clubs. Same with Fab. Yeah.
So Nurdin,
I personally think Boadi will be suited more to Spain than England, I think, because he's still a bit inexperienced. Go ahead, Jarvis.
Yeah, and I agree because I think the tempo of the game, you know, the game will go over his head a lot of the time. He will run back and forward, you know, like he's dizzy. It's not the same tempo that he's used to. No, I was just going to ask you, do you expect any big bombas coming out this week?
I think towards the end of that, I think Manchester United are going to start scrapping towards the end of the transfer window. I don't see it.
with the new structure, we don't panic anymore. You know, we follow the plan or do nothing.
Well, I think they're going to panic because I think that I don't know if you've seen the fan base, but the fan base are on. Did you see what happened to? Did you see Ben Jacobs update today? Did you see him getting cooked online?
No,
it was hilarious. United fans are going crazy. They went crazy on him. He said that he basically reported the same thing about Alex Scott, talking about Baleba, talking about Lewis Hall, talking about Alex. You know, all these different type of players, and yeah, he got lit up. But big up on Scene Blady says, do you think Manchester United issue transfer window is the fact that despite record revenue, there's no cash due to the transfer depths, and since Yuri was a release clause, they don't have much left? Yeah, 100%. I really think that the club's broke because they don't broke. They've got money, but they don't want to spend it. They don't want to spend it because they don't want to put money in. And by the way, I just wanted to explain to people what the new thing is. The new thing is, it is called, let me just find it for you guys. The new thing, it's called squad cost ratio. So sustainability, systematic reliance. That's what it says. And it's basically, like you said, Jarvis, 70%, isn't it? Is the squad cost rule limits spending on wages, transfers, and aging fees up to 70% of your club's revenue. Well, if we didn't have the debts, Jarvis, 70% of our club, that would still be 400 or 250 million a season. Do you know what I mean? But we've got debts to pay, and does it surprise and shock you, Jarvis, that not one journalist is ever, anytime they get in front of anything, Barada, Wilcox, Jim the Rat Glazer, nobody talks to them about the amount of debt we're in. Don't you find that suspicious? No journalists talk about that, other than Swiss Rumble.
They're being
and Kieran Maguire.
Yeah,
and they're like finance experts. You know what I mean?
Well, without sounding like a Ineos guy, I just want to say, remember what Sir Jim said. He said literally, if you spend more than you earn, eventually that's the road to ruin. You know, I don't. If you go back,
but why don't he put money?
If you go back 2 years, and you know, he said something like the club is running out of money, and we are basically going bankrupt if you don't do things.
We're running out of cash. We're running out of cash. Yeah.
So it's. I think it's about, because the realization is, we didn't make any money last season, and you know, we got rid of Casemiro, big wages. We got rid of those type of players. So it will take time before we will stop making money, and we know we will make those money in the next season because we will be qualified for the Champions League, and we have less expenses when it comes to wages. But we don't have those money yet. They're not come in to our banks. It's not our liquidity. So I believe that they are penny pinching because they want us to start making money and have those money before we start spending. I think that's the philosophy. That's just how I interpret Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe.
Why don't they put some of their money in like other owners do? You know, like what's his name?
They put 300 millions in at one time.
But Jarvis, that was part of the deal.
And that was to save us from bankruptcy, according to the reports.
That 300 million were already part. Yes, because of Manchester United were not making money. So the reason why the Glazers wanted an investment, that was part of the investment for the 28% thing. So that was already part of that package. And also to renew, they used a bit of that money to renew the training facility after Ronaldo tossed them out on PS4, and after Ronaldo told them nothing has changed. But why don't they pump? And Nottingham Forest owner, I think he's lent them another 100 million. I think with 100 million he's making from Anderson. I think all in all. So why don't they give the loan to the club? loan from the banks. Why don't they give loans to the club?
Because loans is not sustainable. It's not like an
But
investment.
unless,
You know, if you think like an investor, it's just
Jarvis,
pumping money into something that's just losing money. Because out of the last 7 seasons, the club lost, I think it was 330 million pounds. And
some of that was to do with
and then they started the cut costing and restructuring, and Ineos put in 300 millions.
But that was to do, Jarvis, with COVID.
Because our expenses are higher. You know, our revenue went up, but our expenses went up at the same level.
Because
so if we made 100 million more, we had 100 million more in expenses.
Every football club in Europe took a hit and took a
under COVID, yeah.
Under COVID, right? For the time that it was, and the time where football didn't happen. Remember, no football happened for a while. And then COVID, no revenue in the stadiums. Manchester United made a lot of money last season. Like the person said before, we made 600 million last season, Jarvis. 600 million. We made record revenue. Now make it make sense. If we didn't have this 1.2 billion or 1.3 billion debt, we could have used that for the transfer. And that the question I was asking is that why nobody talks about the debt? Why is it this big elephant in the room? And this season, Jarvis, I don't know if you missed it, but they had to refinance the original debt, the original sin from the Glazers. Yes.
Yeah. But the original debt is not our main concern on day-to-day basis because it's long term.
No, but we maxed out the credit card.
What really is killing us is, for example, our credit facilities. Because we are grabbing into it. Because then the interest rate is like 16-17%. Our long-term debt is I don't know, it's 4 to 5%. So it's you know, if we cut in, let's say, 150 millions into the credit facilities to buy players, that will cost us, because you can multiply it by 1.25 or something just to know what we actually are per year. So I know it's difficult, and it's not me defending them. I'm just saying that's the situation you're in.
But Jarvis, the only problems that I don't buy what you're suggesting, I don't buy it, because they can put money into this football club. Other owners have done that. They can use instruments to put money into this football club and make it sustainable, so that actually by making the correct decisions, other than having people who are learning on a job and people who overpromise and don't. What Jim says is we need to make Manchester United profitable. Well, we made record profit revenue this last summer. That's what we did. We did that. But why are you not using some of that money to go and spend and buy the 6 players that Manchester United need to kick on? It's the same cycle. We're not in the Champions League, they panic. We go and spend money. We get in the Champions League, we don't spend. It's the same cycle. I don't buy it, Jarvis, because other owners...
but it's because we spend our money in advance. That's what we do. We have been spending our money in advance, and that's what I'm saying. Right now, we don't have the money that's coming in the Champions League.
So why don't Jim put 200 million aside and say this is 200 million in a transfer to stabilize the football club? This is the key areas.
You don't want to bail out the Glazers. You know, it's a marriage made in hell.
Well, why don't they? But Jarvis, why don't they?
Because the Glazers are not putting in anything. Jarvis, so Jim is thinking, I'm not putting in anything in this club.
Well, Jarvis, so what? This is what I'm trying to explain to people.
Yeah.
There is a choice. Why don't the Glazers put in 100 million? Why don't Jim the Rat put in 100 million?
The day hell freezes over, the Glazers will put money into Manchester United. We know they are crooked owners. They don't care about the club.
It's nothing to do with how much debt we're in. Whatever. It's to do with a ownership model. Ownership model.
Yeah, that's our biggest problem. And that's why I sit here, and especially you, Nordin, sit here and complain about Ineos and Glazers all the time, and trying to inform people what's actually wrong with our club.
And that's what I'm saying to you. So why don't they give the club loans from the ownership like other football clubs do, like other owners do? They inject certain money and think, okay, I'm going to help out the club
Mm.
the most important things, I need stability.
Spurs
so how
inject
do I
money,
stabilize?
West Ham inject money, clubs, it's not just the Manchester Cities and Liverpools and them.
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
The owner puts money in.
Mm.
And by the way, it's not just Manchester United. Every football club loses money.
Mm.
Big news, breaking news. Every football club loses money. Every football club. And owners take that into consideration. But when it comes to Jim, he'll tell you, no, we can't. We're losing this money.
Mm.
Yeah. It's because football is not like normal business. I have to get that through to people's heads as well, Jarvis. Business in the business world, football is not like a supermarket. It's not.
No.
It's not like a clothes shop. You know what I mean? It's not like a hardware shop. It's not like a car, selling cars. It's none of those things. It's not like that type of business. Football, you take a loss, but it's about the ambition. And then you get returns when you become successful. Like Arsenal, for example. That's why Arsenal have got now money, because they've reached the Champions League final, Jarvis. They've won the league. They challenged. They finished twice. Like 3 or 4 times they finished. I think 3 times they finished second.
It's about continually qualifying for the Champions League,
exactly.
and get those extra 100 million in. That's
exactly. Yeah. So what happens if they don't spend any money this summer, and then when we're out of the Champions League, Jarvis, we make a massive loss. But me and in the past how many years, even with Ineos, we've been more of a Europa League team than we've been in a Champions League team. Am I wrong or right? We've been in the Europa League more than we've ever been in a Champions League.
Feels like it, at least. I hate that tune. But I want to ask you a question, Nerdin, and it's not me trying to get you or something. I don't think anything personal. I will just ask you a question. It's a genuine question. So let's say this is the facts, that Ineos won't spend money because they don't want to put money into Glazers' pockets. So, it's kind of a stalemate. It's a lockdown situation. So what's the next best alternative then? As you said, your answer is the owner should put money into the club, but they're not doing it. So what's the next best option?
The next best thing, then we're going to struggle for the next couple of years on some changes. For me, it's all about the intention. So it's all about the ambition, Jarvis. If Jim the Rat Glazer and Ineos have ambition to take over this football club once and for all, right? They want that. I would put money in. And how do you do that? You carry favor, get fans on side. You prove that, look, I've stabilized the football club. And I think I'm the person who's putting money in. The Glazers are not. You isolate the Glazers. Because at the moment, you know how long it took Arsenal for Kroenke to buy out Usmanov?
Yeah, I know. But the reason I asked this question is because, if you think sensible on it, it's not me defending Ineos, but is there another way than what they're doing now to get us back financially? Taking the long road.
Yes, I think having competent people and experience the old operators as a director of football and a head of recruitment who can get players out, who can get money for players, Jarvis. Jarvis, we're saying Amas, who had a fantastic time Sheffield Wednesday. Their fans were going crazy when he left, went to Norwich, got injured, performs really well, ready, 6 million. If he was at Liverpool, he'd be going for 20, 25 million.
But who in best in class would actually come in and work under those environments? Do you think, for example, what's his name, the guy who Arsenal signed from Atletico Madrid, one of the best guys?
Director of football, yeah.
Do you think he would have come?
To be fair, he was at Atletico Madrid, yes. Sometimes
yeah. Do you think he would have come to Man United under those terms, saying, "You are best in class, come here and do a job, but we won't give you any money"? And even if you deep it, maybe this is one of the reasons Ashworth left so quickly. Maybe he didn't get the sack. Maybe he just said, "I can't work on these environments."
No, they isolated him. The news came out, Jarvis. They isolated him because he was against Amorim. He was against Amorim. He basically said, listen, Amarim, we don't have the squad to play that type of football.
Yeah.
He said, look for other alternative people in the Premier League and around Europe.
Yeah, you're right when it comes to this, but you get my point. I'm just trying to say it's hard to get best in class if you don't get the backing.
Listen, the best in class is a nonsense thing to start with. But for me, I would have a CEO who's been operated and who's operated at a club where there's type of difficulties, who's got experience at that. Like Atletico Madrid, but this guy here, Andre Barat, he had that. There were times where Atletico Madrid were signing big players. They had to operate in a very way, getting loans. They had to operate buying players, selling. You know what I mean? He's an old wily character that he's been. Same thing with the guy who's at Paris Saint-Germain. He's known, Campos. He's known to operate. So there are people. Not a guy. He was a fucking championship fucking director of sport. You know, sporting director. And then you give him the fucking keys to the fucking Manchester United. He doesn't have a fucking clue. He does not have a clue. Weetabix Wilcox. He don't have a clue. The simple thing is, if you can't do the job, then get the fuck out. To me, I want to know what is Jim's intentions of buying into this football club and bailing out the Glazers. What is it? If you don't have the ambition to take over within the next couple of years. So that's what I'm saying to you. The only way out of this, the only way to guarantee stability, I thought he spent 150 million or 200 million we spent last season. Was it 200 million? To be fair, we got rid of some. So on balance, I think we spent 100 and something.
100, but net spend doesn't count.
But,
anyway,
I'm just saying that's how much we spent because we got rid of some players. This season, we needed to spend money. You need to start. Midfield should have been sorted. You're not looking at it. In the midfield, you're not looking at it unless there's some serious injury stuff. The fullback position, you're not looking at it. Adding one more centre back, another season, it buys you maybe another season. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Maybe Cunha and Dorgu, maybe you could do that with a left back, but at least try to get rid of players and sign 6 players. Could have stabilized the club. Could have bought energy. Could have bought things to the club to stabilize it. We're not
but again, it's not Ineos. I feel like I'm Sean right now, sitting here talking, but it's not Ineos' fault.
But Jarvis,
it's not Ineos' fault that Mason Mount is on 210.
Football operations, but why take the football operations? If you can't do what's needed, why do it? And the multiple mistakes that you've made. The multiple mistakes that they made, the rap sheet is there. The amount of money they wasted is there. Luckily, AC Milan came in. We don't have to keep paying for Amarim. Hallelujah. We don't have to keep paying for Amarim.
The more I think of it, I think Amarim was a guy with integrity.
Yes. Oh yeah, he didn't want to wait. Of course, he's a young guy in it. He wants to get back out there. He wants to get back out there.
We hated on him, but at least he had the integrity. I gotta give him that.
To me, I didn't hate on him, Jarvis. I didn't blame him. I told you many times we've done the show. I said I don't blame him. I blame the people who bought him. I don't blame him for taking a job at Manchester United. I blame the people who bought him. But some of the waffles were waffles,
But he was clearly out of his depth when it comes to Man United.
Yeah, he was.
Backing or no backing, he was out of his depth.
He didn't know what he walked into. And think about it, Jarvis. They didn't sack him because of any results. He was 5 points away from top 4. They sacked him because he called them out. Yeah. And Wilcox's little ego got hurt. And that just shows you how sensitive. We've got a guy, a director of sporting director, who's so sensitive. Managers after games get frustrated. They say crazy things. Other than being cool, following the thing through. I remember Jim came out and said, 3 years. He's got 3 years. We've got a 3-year plan. 3 months later. I'm sorry, Jarvis. I'm sorry. For me, it's about the intention. Why come into something? Why? If you don't have a plan. Why? And then, to me, the mistakes that they've made and the amount of people they sacked. Jarvis, I'm passionate about it because they've sacked some of my friends who were diehard United fans who would take 10,000 less in wages a year to work for Manchester United because they just love working for the club they support. They felt like they were family, you know. They're part of a massive organization, the team they support. They sacked them.
Yeah.
And now no fish. You're not allowed to. You have to bring your own lunch. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing.
Soup and bread. Soup and sandwiches.
Did any of those people who were working at United or the charity, for example, the old, you know, for looking after the, you know, anybody who made his debut for Manchester United, you know, paying for funerals, that little bit of pot money, 40 grand a year, is to pay for funerals and stuff for the legends. Like some of the people who were legends who played in that 1968, who were part of the squad in 1968. Some people who were part of that.
They even removed Ferguson's ambassador money.
2 million. 2 million. This is what I'm saying to you. Like, and this is what I'm talking about. What did you come into this thing for a reason? What did you? The Glazers were desperate, Jarvis. They were desperate. Because I remember how many shows did I do? If anybody can go back the last 2 years, 2.5, 3 years ago, I was doing show after show saying something's got a gift, something's got a gift, something's got a gift. Because we could see every season United were not as profitable before. And I remember what Woodward said. Woodward was like, we are like a money-making mortgage. He said, we're like a mortgage, but we just make money. And then they was like, what? It was like, look at Liverpool. They didn't win the league for 30 years, but look how much money they made. And Woodward said, we don't have to win. We don't have to win. The one guy who was quite honest, actually, was Richard Arnold. He was like, this year it's not going to be, but next year. And he was right. You know, when he met up with the fans, he was like, this year it's not going to be that, but next year it's going to be that. Because Manchester United could not sustain Champions League football. They couldn't sustain Champions League football.
No, we haven't.
And now that what I'm saying to you, if they are 200 million right now, Jarvis, let's just say now, yeah, if they both put in 100 million each, right, or Jim comes up with 200 million, that would stabilize and for you to be competitive next season. You think next season? Do you think Chelsea are not spending 118 million on Rodgers to be out of the Champions League next season?
Yeah.
Nah, they're coming, Jarvis.
Look at Spurs.
What are they doing?
Crazy. Yeah.
They've put all their eggs in because he kept them up. This was the deal. If I keep you up, you give me the keys. And Alonso said, I'm only joining you if you give me the keys.
You can clearly see it's Alonso now signing the players. It's Alonso, you know, it's not Bowley or Blue Coma.
And it's and De Zerbi who's signing the players.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both De Zerbi and Alonso are managers. They're not first team coaches.
But to be honest, we saw this on the Ten Hag and I didn't like it. You know, we gave him the keys.
We gave him the keys.
Ten Hag was a madman.
Jarvis,
he signed so many poor players, you know, it was,
Jarvis, but to be fair, it's because the players he wanted, United couldn't get it for them, for whatever reason or not.
No.
Yeah.
It's not only on Ten Hag, you know, the history, you know, it's easy to forget that, for example, Anthony, you know, we could have got him earlier in the window. But...
Jarvis, United absolutely fucked up that window.
Yeah.
We could have pivoted away from Frankie de Jong earlier on.
We spent the 2 weeks they were working that summer, you know, without being on their yacht or whatever you want to call it. You know, they went to Barcelona trying to convince Frankie de Jong.
Yeah. I also think about Spurs. I think their hierarchy, they are in bits, and I think Qatar might be buying them. You know, I really think that they'll get more money if they become sustainable Champions League team.
Yeah,
and I think Qatar. And I think they were shocked. They were so scared of going down. That's why they're giving him the keys. Because the idea of them battling relegation jobs,
they could have gone down, you know, the last game week.
Can you imagine with that stadium? One of the best stadiums in Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, Timmy, by the way, I hope you all saw Said's...
I didn't see it. I wasn't watching it. I was out and about, but I hope he's all right. I've sent him a message.
Fucking hell, idiots coming
But
on.
you know what? All he had to do,
doing something, trying to do something for the community,
Jarvis, they
and
did
some
it to me.
asshole comes out and
Jarvis, they
whipping
did
up
it to
his whatever, Yeah,
Jarvis, they did it to me, and I had
I
to
know,
wait
I know. I've seen it.
2
I've
and a
seen
bit
it.
hours. I had to wait 2 and a bit hours.
You know, why would someone try to ruin his livelihood? You know, it's.
Yeah, but people are just jealous. Some people are just not right in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nuruddin, your Ineos hate needs to be studied. Can't even be objective about anything they do. They can't even admit that Santos is looking good so far. It's fucking pre-season, bro. What are we doing here? It's pre-season. You know, do you remember what's his name? Brazilian.
Andreas Pereira, preseason Pirlo.
Come on now.
Scoring bangers. Oh my God.
Come on now. Yo, big up, brother. I think he lives in Canada or the US. Have an amazing day. Enjoy, man.
Ace.
Big up, Ace. Appreciate you. Jarvis, I think, 54% people want Euro on loan if we signed another centre back. So people...
52%.
What's it 2 now? Oh, literally. They've just changed it. I just saw it. It's 54.
54 say yay.
Yeah.
To loan out Lenny Euro. Okay. But this is your community. Let's say if you did that on the United stand or whatever, I think it will be a whole different outcome.
Yeah, he's in Texas. Big up, man. Big up. Yo, listen.
Texas,
I've got absolutely nothing but love for everybody who makes content. Everybody just sees it differently. Some people are glass full. Some people are half glass empty. I just look at the ownership model, and fundamentally, I don't believe we're going to get any success. And I believe we're not successful because of the ownership model. That's my belief. That's my fundamental belief. But all I want is attractive football. Honestly, if I have to watch shit football next season, Jarvis, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop going.
Nuruddin, I've known you for so many years now, and we've been doing this, on your channel, my channel, and whatever. And I've learned one thing: never bet against Nuruddin. When he comes in with this prediction, because at the end he's always right. So it is what it is.
I 100% pray. I wish I was wrong, Jarvis, and I hope that every season. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope that the quality in the Premier League is not going to be that great. Manchester United can finish third again to stabilize, just to stabilize. Carrick gets a bit more time. Maybe he gets a new coach. I want to be positive, Jarvis.
Yeah. We all do.
No, Jarvis, I swear to God, I have no intention of being like, I want to be wrong. I have no ego. I have zero ego. I want to be proven wrong. I want Ineos to prove me wrong. I want the Glazers to prove me wrong. I wish I never knew their names, Jarvis.
Yeah.
Martin Edwards. There were people cussing off Martin. When I was a kid in the Stretford end, or in the East End, there'll be people cussing Martin Edwards saying, we need to buy players. Why can we go get Batistuta? Why can't we sign this player? And we were winning league titles, Jarvis. So, there are fans who would moan regardless. But I wasn't one of them. I swear to God, I took it for granted. I stopped sneaking in. I stopped going. I started going chasing girls in town. I started to go into the city centre on a Saturday.
Good for
you.
you.
I used to walk past a shop called Curry's, and they used to have TVs. From the outside you could see the TV, and they would always have the score Saturday, BBC Saturday score, so you could see what the scores were. People walking past, so you can have a look. And I would always just have a look and go, oh, United are winning. Andy Cole, who scored? Yeah, Dwight York, who scored? We took it for granted. I take all those for granted. Those amount of games, last-minute winners. Yeah, I remember one of the worst days was when that Coventry player broke his leg. I saw it. One of the most horrific leg breaks.
Who? Dion Dublin?
No, it was a guy called Bus Defender. I think he might have been a defender for Coventry. Okay. He broke his leg. Cantona going like that.
Can't remember that one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was sat behind the goal. I was like, oh.
I think the worst one I've seen is. Do you remember the Henrik Larsson one when he played for Celtic? Oof, that's a bad one. It's like
Gabriel Cisse used to play for Liverpool. Liverpool at Blackburn.
Yeah.
That was horrible. What's his name? What was his name? That guy?
Cisse, wasn't it? Cisse.
Yeah. David Bust. Yeah, there you go. David Bust.
David
Big
Bust.
up the Nat. David Bust. Yeah.
Then ILP. Yeah. Yeah, Dibril Cisse. Yeah, that's his name. Dibril.
Yeah, Gabriel Cisse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the worst ones that I saw. Oh my God. But the one, did you see the one in Canada in the World Cup? The player for Canada. Yeah. Oh my God. It was a very innocuous, one of their best players, actually, Canada midfield player in this World Cup was so, the camera, to be fair, they didn't show it.
Do you remember the Luke Shaw one? When against, who was it? Was it the Belgium team in the Champions League?
PSG. It was PSG.
Dutch team, yeah.
Yeah, he was a Latin American midfielder or centre back. I remember the way he went in. He meant to break him, honestly. It wasn't an accidental. He literally went to hurt him.
It was not like the butcher of Bilbao. Do you remember him? On Diego Maradona when he played for Barcelona. The butcher of Bilbao. If you haven't seen it, go back. You will find it on YouTube.
Oh, it's in a documentary. It's in a documentary.
It's a bad one.
The last Maradona documentary is on there.
Yeah. Actually, one time on my local team, Tromsø, I went to a game when I was a kid.
Did you see Maradona doing that against Brazil in 1982? Did you see that? It's in the documentary as well. It kicks off between Brazil, and Brazil was too good at 82, beat Argentina comfortably. 50-50 Maradona goes like this, stamping, jumps up. But go ahead, Jarvis. You went to watch. What did you go to watch?
No, well, I watched my local team, Tromsø, in the Norwegian Premier League. They played. I was a kid, and I still remember it was a corner kick, and the striker of Tromsø was a little guy, kind of like remind me in stature, like what's his name, Danny Wallace, for example, like very short, but he was super quick on the ground. And he was a striker, but we weren't in the box on that corner kick. So we was outside, and they took a corner, 45 degrees up to him to take the direct shot on the corner kick. And they just met, and he didn't back down, and the defender came out straight legs, and he gave everything time trying to smash it into the goal, and he hit the defender's straight leg, and you could hear like the snap in the entire stadium. I still remember that sound. As a kid, I saw that. That was extreme. His name was Steinberg Johansson at the time he played, and his legs snap? His legs literally snapped. It snapped into like almost was just dangling. Yeah.
The bone between the ankle and the knee. Yeah. If it's a clean break, he should have come back. The biggest problem
he came back, but I think it took him a year or something. It was a bad one. Yeah.
The worst one, Jarvis, was lockdown. Was the Brazilian used to play for Chelsea, and the Mexican striker, Wolves striker. He's gone back to Wolves actually. What's his name?
Yeah. Raul Jimenez.
Raul. And the Brazilian midfielder centre back. That was horrific. That was horrific. I was watching that game. I think it was on the BBC because they put it on because it was lockdown. And oh my God, that you could, if you listen to it on YouTube now, you can still hear it because there was no fans in the stadium. He went up for the header and he fractured Jimenez's head. What's his name? The curly hair Chelsea defender, David Luiz.
Yeah, David Luiz, the Brazilian guy. Yeah.
If you listen to that, the stadium echoed, bang, just for the header.
Wow.
It was the biggest, loudest crack I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, Peter.
Yeah.
Peter
Cech. Yeah.
I think it might have been a knee. As somebody was jumping over him, he came out to grab the ball. I think it was a knee. Good goalkeepers. Yeah. Yeah. The same thing. The worst one was like Canada this year. Luke Shaw against PSC. Yeah. I don't know that. I don't remember Eduardo Silva injury. I remember Luke.
Didn't he play for Arsenal? Eduardo da Silva. They played as a fullback or something.
Was he? Or is he the striker? Maybe he's the striker. Eduardo Silva. Was he the striker, the Brazilian striker who played for Croatia? Yeah. Jimenez. If you listen to that, you can find it.
Yeah. You're right. He's the Croatian Brazilian guy.
Yeah. He had a bad. I think he's playing for Arsenal. Yeah. Yeah. For United, luckily, at Old Trafford, I just remember that David bust. Yeah. Yeah. But there was a guy there was a fantastic number 10. Something Luke Nilles or something like that. Belgian player for Aston Villa. Something Nilles, Belgian player. Aston Villa, oh my God, it's one of the worst leg breaks I've seen. Playing for Aston Villa.
Niels de Vrij? Was it Niels de Vrij?
Something Nilles. It was a number 10. Number 10. This is in the 90s, early 90s, I think the mid 90s, I think it was in the Premier League. Yeah. I think it might have been Luke Linus or something like that. Belgian player. Yeah. Yeah, big up. He says here, look, this here. Bond says here, I'm a physical therapist. Crazy thing, broken bone. Can recover quicker, you're 100% bone, even though broken bones looks dramatic. Yeah. But it's the ligament damages. Yeah. Yeah, big up. I know that bit. I've done sports science.
So a clean break, a clean snap is almost better. Yeah.
Yeah. But the only thing is that that break needs to be fixed straight away, because if there's no oxygen to the muscles, you can die. You can die, Jarvis. So know that if any of your children, anybody you're friends with, if they break something, make sure they need to get that break sorted, because especially with the legs and the arms, if the no oxygen to the muscles,
suffocates.
You can get this thing called, I think, compartmental syndrome or something like that, where you look like you're going to die. And it can start. You might have to amputate the leg or the arm and stuff like that, or you could die.
I sometimes feel like that when my arm falls to sleep. When I wake up in the night and I just have to go.
Numb. It looks numb.
It's dead. I'm sleeping on the wrong side of bed.
Jarvis, you need to sleep like a straitjacket like that. The hardest thing to sleep, but
I always sleep on my side, or I can't sleep on my back. I'm a heavily snorer. I can't. Then I stop breathing.
Yeah, me too. I sleep with my hat to the pillow, like my hat to the bed. That's my best way to sleep. I'm the same. Yeah, Luke Nilles. Yes, I'm right. Yeah, Luke Nilles.
Yeah.
Luke Nilles. Yes. Yes. Gabriel Cisse was another bad one. Oh my God, guys, we've been live for 3 hours. Right, I need to be in the office tomorrow. We need to go to bed. And unfortunately, let me see the poll, Jarvis. We're still 30%, 30 likes away. We're not even close to like. We could talk all day, people.
52-48 on Lenny Euro on loan.
Yeah. We're 27
so it's almost
likes.
50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, people, please, I need 27 of you. Please do me a massive favor. Like the video. 27 of you. Smash the like on your way out. Jarvis is live, 9 o'clock.
Tomorrow,
Huge debate on the style, what we found out, even though it's been just 2 preseason games, what type of style that Carrick statements, club statements. Did Carrick actually say, because I've not found the Carrick interview, he's not been speaking that much, but he said he wants to play attacking football, Jarvis, right? Just preview
there
the show
were
a little
reports, reports about us being more expansive, more controlling, and more possessive. Yeah. So I don't know.
Mason Mount, I have to be convinced. Man. Yeah. Breaking.
Mason
Bawardi. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, by the way, I take magnesium. Magnesium. What do you call it?
Magnesium
substitutes. No, yeah, every day. Been
For
doing it
sleep.
for years.
For sleep, yeah.
Yeah, and just general, I think it's good for you.
Yeah, magnesium.
Yeah.
I forget to take things, Jarvis. I swear to God, my brain sometimes.
Yeah. Me too.
Let me have a look. Bawardi. Yeah, Bawardi's on his way, man. But Lille wanted him back on loan because they know that he's not ready. What I love about some of these French clubs, they know the players are not ready yet. They wanted him loaned back, but if Rodri leaves, he's coming. You know what I'm so curious about? How Maresca is going to play. We've got to do a show like that, Jarvis. I'm going to try to invite some Chelsea fans and
Supplements.
before the season starts, trying to invite maybe one Chelsea fan, one Liverpool fan. Just try to get to understand how they're going to play.
Yeah. Well, we know De Zerbi, and we also know very well Andoni Iraola. So we have been talking highly of both of them for years, especially Andoni. So yeah,
I just hope that he burns them out and they start breaking down. Can't cope.
Can you do 7 days of training a week?
I don't think he's going to do that with Liverpool. It's impossible to 2 games. He's going to cut it down to 4, maybe 4 days, but because it's about the recovery, he can't do it. He can't do 7 days training because they're in Europe. He has to do the recovery.
Or I think maybe we will see a madness of injuries in Liverpool the first 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah, people, listen. I only need 27% of you to like the video. But yeah, Jarvis, let them know about tomorrow. What time you live?
Yeah, guys. Cass will be on. Stu Wally, as usual. I've invited Nuruddin. He will come on if we have the time. And we'll have a proper debate talking about what's going on this season with Carrick. How can we expect him to play? And, the base of the show will be... Because I read that he had been studying PSG. So this will be the base for the show. We will be talking about rotations and other formations, the 3-1-6, how the strikers will rotate, the forwards will rotate, how we can shift into a back 3 and the fullbacks forward. And how we will play the MW formation, the 3-2-2-3 with Bruno and all of them. So this will be the base of the show tomorrow. So, guys, if you want to come prepared, read up about Luis Enrique, PSG, Carrick, and look back at a couple of games that we saw last season with the rotations of Cunha and Bumo, Dogu coming inside, Bruno everywhere. So, yeah, this will be basically the debate for tomorrow's show.
Yeah. Yeah, Bombay hopefully will be back next season, inshallah. We hope, but we're sending him love. Listen, free Palestine, free Lebanon, free Congo, free Sudan, free Iran, free the world from the PDF files. F Infantino, man. F Infantino. Yeah. Yeah, I think somebody else needs to take over and do World Cup competitions and stuff. But yeah, after PDF files.
It wouldn't matter because it's a corrupt organization from the top to bottom. So
yeah, corruption's everywhere, man. Corruption's everywhere. Yeah. But listen,
Sepp Blatter and what's his name? Not Samaranch, the Brazilian guy who went before Sepp Blatter. It's always been like the old cartel.
Yeah, the gangsters
filling their own pockets.
Yeah, getting richer and richer.
Yeah,
but yeah, big up. Hashtag where's Tom? I hope Tom is well wherever he is. Sending love to him. Sending love to everybody, man. Sending love
Yeah, I
to
miss Tom.
Bombaye. Sending love to everybody. Big up, people. Love and like. I rate Euro. Yeah, I think he's a good player. I think he's got incredible recovery pace. But it's about, is he being played? Is he getting the minutes? Yeah, that's what it is. But listen, big up to every one of you. Please, 17 of you, smash the like on your way out. 200 likes, that'd be great for the show. Big up to Rants for the Raid. Big up everybody who's super chatted tonight. All the super chats. Big up to Ace. Big up to Blank. Big up to David. Big up to
Legends.
Ace again. Yeah, big up to big up everybody, man. Love light people. Appreciate you all. Yeah, we'll be back. I might make a video if anything drops tomorrow. You catch me on Tactical Devils, people. And big up to Ben for jumping on, having a great time in Barcelona. Make sure you check him out, Elmore39, Elmore20, and Elmore on TikTok and Elmore20 on Twitch. He's a gamer. Check him out there. And make sure you check out Jarvis, Bowley, BOLE77. And most importantly, you subscribe to Tactical Devils. It's there. It's written there, people. Tactical Devils. And tomorrow, huge rotation, looking back at everything. I'll be there to argue my points. Rotations is all good, but in-game management is far more important, in my humble opinion. Take care, people.
Take care.
Take care. Good night.